Chapter 1076. The journey from Chang Xian's house to the foot of Broken Cliff Mountain would take at least an hour. Qin Feng rode Flaming Dragon Horse and arrived there in 20 minutes. Senior Qin Feng, have you arrived? Yun Xian led a group of wealthy young masters from the capital and a few young misses among them. These people usually had high status in the capital and belonged to the upper class. However, in front of Qin Feng, they were like lackeys and maids. They had to lower their heads and didn't dare to look into Qin Feng's eyes. For the sake of Yun Zhe and Yun Yu, Qin Feng said to Yun Xian, "Thank you for everyone's help today. After this, you can go to the Qin Manor to find my cousin, Qin Wudao. If you have any business cooperation or family alliance matters, you can go and talk to him." Qin Feng's words made everyone excited. The Qin Manor was now the most powerful family in the capital. Even the Dongfang family couldn't compare to it. Qin Feng's words were like an imperial edict. He had the power to decide the life and death of a large family in the capital. These young masters had heard that Qin Feng was a difficult person to talk to, but after seeing him today, they realized that he was not as the rumors said. "Then, I thank Senior Qin Feng on behalf of everyone. If Senior Qin Feng needs our help in the future, we won't hesitate to go through water and tread on fire." Qin Feng nodded and didn't say anything else. He was in a hurry to save Lu Bingbing. "All right, I still have something to do. You guys leave now." Qin Feng didn't plan to bring these people to Broken Cliff Mountain. William Hagen was a level 6 paranormal, and he invited Qin Feng here alone. If so many people appeared together, William Hagen would be enraged. If Lu Bingbing was hurt, it would be troublesome. After hearing Qin Feng's words, the young masters and young misses quickly boarded their cars. 10 seconds later, more than a dozen cars sped away as if they were never there. Actually, Yun Xian and the others were curious. They were in the outskirts of the capital, and Broken Cliff Mountain was uninhabited. Everyone was curious why Senior Qin Feng came here. However, no one dared to ask. After Yun Xian and the others left, Qin Feng continued to ride Flaming Dragon Horse towards the Broken Cliff Mountain. In less than 5 minutes, Qin Feng had climbed to the mountainside. Then, with a leap, Flaming Dragon Horse disappeared. Qin Feng transformed into a pink streak of light and stood at the top of the Broken Cliff Mountain. Qin Feng was no stranger to this mountain peak. Back then, he and Purple Dragon Su Xiaotian had a life-and-death battle here. In the end, he defeated Su Xiaotian and became the current Azure Dragon of China. Even though it was broad daylight, not a single person could be seen near the Broken Cliff Mountain. Qin Feng stood at the top of the cliff and looked around. He didn't see William Hagen or Lu Bingbing. "William Hagen, you called Grandpa over. Why don't you come out yourself?" Qin Feng knew William Hagen was nearby, so he purposely angered him. As soon as he finished speaking, there was a strange energy, vibration in the air. 2 figures appeared on the cliff opposite Qin Feng. It was William Hagen and Professor Mike. "Qin Feng, you really dared to come. Today, I will use your blood as a sacrifice for my son's dead soul." William Hagen was a little mad when he saw Qin Feng. Qin Feng had ruined his entire human transformation plan and killed his son, Prince William. Qin Feng's expression was indifferent as he said in a low voice, "Where's Lu Bingbing? Where did you hide her?" Professor Mike stood beside William Hagen. His expression was much calmer than William Hagen's. The air vibrated again. In the next moment, Lu Bingbing, whose hands and feet were tied, appeared beside the two. "Qin Feng, your woman is in our hands. If you want her to be safe, immediately take off all your clothes," Professor Mike said with a cold expression. Qin Feng felt gloomy. "Smelly old man, your grandpa knew you weren't a decent person. As expected, there's something wrong with your sexual orientation. If you want to kill me, do it. Your grandpa won't take off my clothes for you to mess around with." After Qin Feng spoke, William Hagen and Professor Mike froze. Then William Hagen took a step away from Professor Mike. He looked at him nervously and said, "Professor Mike, what kind of time is this? What nonsense are you thinking? Let's kill Qin Feng first. Then, you can do whatever you want with him." Professor Mike was so angry that his nose became crooked. He glared at Qin Feng and William Hagen and explained, "Chief William, this brat Qin Feng has a lot of treasures and is very mysterious. I told him to take off his clothes to prevent the treasures he's hiding from us. If we use our true abilities, we don't have to be afraid of Qin Feng." Professor Mike and Qin Feng were old enemies. When St. Medical College went to Provincial Capital University for an art exchange, Qin Feng fought with Professor Mike. Therefore, Professor Mike knew Qin Feng better than William Hagen. Since he appeared this time, he had to make sure nothing went wrong. He had to kill Qin Feng. After William Hagen understood, he immediately yelled at Qin Feng, "Smelly brat, hurry and do as Professor Mike says. Take off all your clothes. Otherwise, we'll kill this woman right now." Qin Feng's treasures were in the system. They had nothing to do with clothes. After knowing William Hagen and Professor Mike's thoughts, Qin Feng was so depressed that he wanted to vomit blood. However, he couldn't reveal his trump card.
"Qin Feng, hurry and leave. Who told you to save me?"
Hurry and leave. The moment Lu Bingbing saw Qin Feng, she was extremely moved. She knew Qin Feng wouldn't abandon her. However, she was extremely worried. She was afraid Qin Feng would be framed. If someone had to die, Lu Bingbing hoped it would be her. "Bingbing, sit down and don't move. I'll save you, and leave in a bit." Qin Feng looked at Lu Bingbing with tears in his eyes. His heart ached. William Hagen was already impatient. He suddenly took out a dagger and pressed it against Lu Bingbing's neck. "Qin Feng, I'll give you 3 seconds to take off all your clothes. Otherwise, I'll make my move." Qin Feng had encountered many opponents and had also encountered many threats. However, this was the first time Qin Feng encountered an enemy who forced him to take off his clothes. It felt a bit weird to ask someone to take off all their clothes before the fight even started. However, when he saw Lu Bingbing's thin and weak figure in the opponent's hands, Qin Feng had no choice but to do this. He quickly took off all his clothes and wasn't afraid of being seen. He was already standing as straight as a pine tree on the mountaintop. The cold wind was biting, and Qin Feng stood naked on the mountaintop. This scene was extremely strange. Lu Bingbing's flustered face blushed. She hadn't seen Qin Feng in a long time. When she saw Qin Feng's well-built muscles and sturdy body, she felt a bit embarrassed. "Fuck, isn't this brat Chinese? Chinese have smaller stomachs than Americans. Why is this bastard so big?" William Hagen stared at Qin Feng's stomach. Hearing his complaints, Professor Mike almost died of depression. "Chief William, we're here for revenge. Don't mind other things," Professor Mike reminded him. William Hagen was embarrassed and immediately looked away. When he thought about how he was paying attention to those things, his face turned red. "Rotten old man, can you let my woman go now?" Qin Feng yelled at the two. William Hagen and Professor Mike's expressions became serious. They looked at each other and nodded.
"Wang."
The air suddenly trembled and William Hagen disappeared. In the next moment, Qin Feng felt a change in the airflow behind him. He turned around and stabbed with his sword. Qin Feng was no longer the Qin Feng from before. He had broken through to the peak of Stage 9 inner Qi, and his strength was comparable to a Stage 1 true Qi expert. He could already see the trajectory of Professor Mike's spatial ability, but Qin Feng deliberately stabbed empty air.
Bang!
A loud sound came from behind Qin Feng. Just as Moonmorn fell, it was slapped away by William Hagen. When it landed on the ground, William Hagen appeared and laughed. "Ha! Qin Feng, today is the day you die. You'll regret going against the William family." After William Hagen finished speaking, he stomped on Qin Feng. Qin Feng immediately jumped up and stabbed with his sword again.
Crash!
The air trembled and William Hagen disappeared again. Qin Feng deliberately stabbed empty air and was attacked from behind again. Qin Feng had the invincible golden body. When he received William Hagen's attack, it couldn't hurt him at all. The reason why Qin Feng pretended to drag William Hagen was because Lu Bingbing was still in Professor Mike's hands. Qin Feng could kill William Hagen with one strike, but he couldn't guarantee that he could reach Professor Mike and save Lu Bingbing at the same time. If there was a mistake, Lu Bingbing would definitely be killed by Professor Mike.
Bang. Bang.
Muffled sounds came from above Qin Feng. They were all the sounds of William Hagen attacking Qin Feng. Professor Mike's palm was always above Lu Bingbing's head. He was watching the fight with all his attention. He didn't stay idle. He had been secretly using his ability to change William Hagen's position. Lu Bingbing couldn't watch anymore. She cried until her face was ruined. Qin Feng, hurry up and leave. I beg you, hurry up and leave. Lu Bingbing's heart felt like it was being cut by a knife. She didn't want to see the man she loved get hurt. Qin Feng didn't say anything and didn't leave. He was looking for an opportunity while being beaten. William Hagen was a bit tired after fighting for a while. He realized that Qin Feng's skin was really thick. It seemed like he couldn't be killed. Fuck. The skin of a Chinese pig is really thick. I want you to fall off the cliff and shatter into pieces. William Hagen roared. The air suddenly trembled. He had activated his rank 6 illusion ability. William Hagen used his illusion ability to trap Qin Feng in the base of the iron tank core. He made Qin Feng see things wrongly. But now that Qin Feng's strength had increased, illusions were useless against him. William Hagen didn't know about this. Qin Feng was purposely acting. He followed William Hagen's trap and walked over. William Hagen stood behind Qin Feng. Qin Feng stabbed his sword at the cliff in front of him. He would fall off the cliff if he took another step.
Qin Feng, don't move.
Hurry up and go back. Lu Bingbing was dumbfounded. She didn't know what happened to Qin Feng. William Hagen and Professor Mike sneered. The two of them were impatient and were waiting for Qin Feng to slip and fall into the bottomless abyss.
Swoosh.
Qin Feng took that step and fell off the cliff. Professor Mike and William Hagen yelled in their hearts. They hated Qin Feng to the core. Today, they finally killed Qin Feng. Lu Bingbing fell to the ground in a daze. She cried so hard that her tears almost dried up. Chief William, we finally got our revenge. This is so fucking satisfying. Professor Mike, who is usually calm, couldn't help but jump up. William Hagen leaped to the opposite cliff. He yelled excitedly, Prince William, Father has avenged you. Brothers of the William family, the chief has avenged you. The two of them yelled a few times and finally stopped. Professor Mike looked at Lu Bingbing, who was lying on the ground, and asked, What should we do with this woman? I think we should just kill her. Chapter 1077. William Hagen had lost his mind. He walked towards Lu Bingbing with a smirk on his face. Professor Mike couldn't stand it anymore. He advised, Chief William, it's better to kill her with one strike. It's dangerous in the provincial capital, so we should be careful. William Hagen's lust had been aroused, so he didn't listen to Professor Mike's advice. He pushed Professor Mike away and shouted, You go, and keep a lookout for me. I'll deal with that woman soon. Professor Mike had no choice but to stand aside. William Hagen had already walked to Lu Bingbing's side and was about to grab her. Tui, you bastard, don't touch me. Kill me now. I want to accompany Qin Feng. Lu Bingbing glared at William Hagen coldly. If she could untie the ropes on her body, she would fight William Hagen with all her might. Even if she couldn't kill William Hagen, she would at least avenge Qin Feng.
Swoosh.
A subtle sword hum sounded. Even Professor Mike, who was standing far away, didn't hear it. William Hagen's hand was about to touch Lu Bingbing's chest when he suddenly lost consciousness. He instinctively looked down at his hands. Her hands had disappeared, and her wrists were cleanly cut off. She didn't even have the time to spit out any blood.
Swoosh.
William Hagen was scared to death. He was about to yell for Professor Mike, but before he could make a sound, a pink light flashed and pierced his heart.
Ah!
Lu Bingbing couldn't help but scream. She was scared out of her wits. What happened in front of her didn't make sense. Lu Bingbing didn't even see William Hagen, but she saw that he was dead and lying in a pool of blood. Hum! The air vibrated, and William Hagen's corpse suddenly disappeared. Lu Bingbing screamed again. Chief William? Who is it? Who killed Chief William? Get the hell out here right now. Professor Mike was panicking and furious. He had been standing guard at the side. He didn't expect that someone could kill Chief William under his watch. This matter was really too strange. Bing Bing, it's okay. Don't be afraid. A familiar voice sounded in Lu Bingbing's ears. Then she was shocked. She found herself flying in the valley. Si Qin Feng, is it really you? You're not dead? How are we going to fly? Or are we both dead? Qin Feng stood on his galactic flying sword. He held Lu Bingbing with one hand and untied her with the other. Lu Bingbing was still in a daze. Even though she was also a martial artist, she couldn't accept the existence of flying swords. After all, Lu Bingbing's horizons hadn't reached that level yet. Bingbing, we're not dead. We're all alive and well. I just killed William Hagen with my flying sword to avenge you. Qin Feng hugged Lu Bingbing tightly. Lu Bingbing suddenly blushed. She realized that Qin Feng was still naked. Flying sword? What kind of treasure was that? It can actually fly us. After a brief moment of absent-mindedness, Lu Bingbing gradually recovered from her shock. Lu Bingbing looked at the starry sky flying sword under her feet in disbelief. Qin Feng knew that the existence of the galactic flying sword surpassed Earth's technology and common sense. He wasn't in a hurry to explain it to Lu Bingbing. In the end, he landed in a quiet valley. Bingbing, stay here for a while. I'll come after I kill Professor Mike. After Qin Feng settled Lu Bingbing, he leaped down the cliff. Lu Bingbing was scared to death. She hurriedly looked down from the cave halfway up the mountain and saw a flash of pink light. Qin Feng stepped on the pink light and disappeared like a rocket. At the top of the cliff, Professor Mike was almost in a state of madness. He and William Hagen killed Qin Feng and were originally happy and pleased. However, a few minutes later, the situation changed drastically. William Hagen was killed, and Professor Mike still hadn't seen the person who killed William Hagen.
Swish.
A flash of pink light flashed. Professor Mike felt his vision blur. Before he could react, Qin Feng suddenly stood in front of him. Professor Mike looked like he saw a ghost. He stuttered. Why you're not dead, why you're a human or a ghost? Professor Mike was truly shocked. He and William Hagen saw Qin Feng fall from the mountain peak. If he fell from such a high mountain peak, he would definitely be smashed to pieces. However, not only did Qin Feng not die, he was also completely unharmed. This was simply unbelievable. It's you. You're the one who killed Chief William, right? Realization dawned on Professor Mike. He suddenly understood everything. It had only been 3 months since Qin Feng destroyed the Iron Tank Core's base. Professor Mike and William Hagen thought Qin Feng's strength hadn't changed much. However, Professor Mike could see that Qin Feng was clearly much stronger. I killed that old guy. Don't worry, it's your turn now. Qin Feng had just finished speaking when he felt the turbulence in the air. Professor Mike was preparing to use his ability. Qin Feng had fought with Mike several times. Professor Mike's spatial ability was extremely fast and unpredictable. However, at this moment, a flash of pink light flashed. Professor Mike's body suddenly froze. His eyes were about to pop out, and they were filled with shock. This time, Mike didn't disappear. Or rather, his upper body didn't have time to disappear because the cosmic flying sword pierced his heart. However, Professor Mike's lower body disappeared. That scene was very strange, and it was Qin Feng's first time seeing it.
Buzz.
The energy waves floating in the air disappeared. Professor Mike's disappeared body gradually recovered. He returned to his normal appearance, but he wasn't far from death. Why, you're actually faster than me using my ability? Professor Mike couldn't accept this fact even before he died. He lowered his head and looked at the sword in his heart. It was glowing with a pink light. Mike couldn't figure out what kind of treasure it was. Qin Feng single-handedly annihilated the most powerful family in America. Professor Mike was filled with regret at the moment of his death. The William family thought that the level 6 metahumans in the research division could dominate the world. They even tried to take the first step in conquering the world from China. They thought China was a backward country with a large population and a large population. After Professor Mike met Qin Feng, he realized the power of the Chinese. There were mysterious and powerful martial artists and countless treasures in China. China was the country with the longest history and culture. There was a reason it could exist for more than 5,000 years. China was not weak. In fact, it was incomparably powerful. If William Hagen and Professor Mike were given a chance to be reborn, they would never set foot in China again. Qin Feng heaved a sigh of relief as he watched Professor Mike slowly fall to the ground. The William family in America was completely annihilated by Qin Feng. The level 6 metahumans cultivated by the William family were all dead. Only Qin Wudao was left. Rumble. Qin Feng casually shot out 2 balls of destructive fire and burned Professor Mike and William Hagen. Then, Qin Feng leaped onto the cliff. A pink light followed him and soared through the valley. Qin Feng, are you alright? Qin Feng returned to where Lu Bingbing was. I'm fine. Those 2 guys are dead. I'll bring you up. Qin Feng carried Lu Bingbing and flew back to the top of the cliff on his flying sword. Qin Feng was still naked. Lu Bingbing hugged him all the way and was embarrassed. Standing on the top of the cliff, the wind howled. Qin Feng and Lu Bingbing looked down at the capital. It felt like they were the rulers of heaven and earth. Bingbing. Qin Feng suddenly felt something was grabbed. He lowered his head and looked at Lu Bingbing. Lu Bingbing blushed and squatted down. The 2 of them fought on the cliff. Qin Feng said he would teach Lu Bingbing a lesson, so he did not show any mercy. Lu Bingbing screamed and begged for mercy. Qin Feng did not give up. He wanted to teach Lu Bingbing a lesson. Otherwise, this lass would try to show off her power again. The battle only came to an end when the sun was setting. Lu Bingbing was so tired that she was paralyzed. She lay motionlessly in Qin Feng's arms. The 2 of them sat on the top of the cliff and enjoyed the beautiful scenery. By the way, Qin Feng, what stage are you in? How did you defeat the divine dragon? Lu Bingbing had been fighting with Qin Feng since they met. She finally had the time to chat with Qin Feng. I've reached the peak of stage 9 inner Qi, but I can only fight with a stage 1 true Qi martial artist. Defeating the divine dragon was a fluke. If we had another fight, it would be hard to tell who would win, Qin Feng said honestly. Lu Bingbing's eyes sparkled. Seeing her man become so powerful and become the most powerful person in China, Lu Bingbing felt proud of him. When they first met in Acropolis City, Lu Bingbing hated Qin Feng for being a hedonistic and unruly playboy. Now that she thought about it, she felt lucky that Qin Feng had been pursuing her. If he had given up halfway, they wouldn't be together now. They stayed on the top of the mountain until the sun set. When the sky darkened, Qin Feng stepped on his flying sword and carried Lu Bingbing back to the villa. Lu Bingbing hadn't seen Qin Feng for a long time. She usually lived alone in the big villa. She was very happy to have Qin Feng's company tonight. When they got home, Lu Bingbing personally cooked. Although there were only 2 of them, she made a large and sumptuous dinner. Qin Feng understood Lu Bingbing's intentions, so he ate all of the dishes. Lu Bingbing was extremely satisfied. After dinner, the 2 of them sat on the sofa in the living room and watched a movie. Halfway through the movie, Qin Feng's expression changed. He let go of Lu Bingbing and ran out the door. Qin Feng, where are you going? Bingbing, stay at home. I'll be right back. Qin Feng's figure disappeared into the night, but his voice echoed in the room. Lu Bingbing became nervous. She felt that something bad was going to happen, but she didn't chase after him. Qin Feng told her to wait at home, so she obeyed. Whoosh! Whoosh! Qin Feng was running on the lawn under the night sky. This area was full of mansions and villas, and there were many green belts. There was no one around at night. Qin Feng chased after a black shadow. That person was lying on the ground outside Lu Bingbing's villa, peeping. When he was discovered by Qin Feng, he immediately followed him out. Who are you? Don't run if you have the guts. Qin Feng yelled coldly. The black shadow didn't stop. He ran toward a hill behind the mansions. The man was so fast that Qin Feng couldn't catch up to him even after chasing for a long time. Whoosh! Whoosh! Qin Feng didn't know how long he ran, but he arrived at a barren hill. At this moment, the black shadow stopped and turned his back to Qin Feng. It was as if he was waiting for Qin Feng.
Who are you?
Why are you hiding outside Lu Bingbing's villa? Qin Feng maintained a 1-meter distance from the man in black and stared at him vigilantly. Chapter 1078. It's you? Qin Feng looked at the man in surprise. The man looked to be in his 40s, but his face was filled with the vicissitudes of life. This man was none other than Code Name Y, whom Qin Feng had met in the Acropolis City prison. At that time, Hao Yun and the others had called Zhang Biao to the Amethyst Dragon Palace and forced him to fight in an underground boxing ring. After seeing Zhang Biao knocked out by Uncle Feng, Qin Feng went to challenge Uncle Feng in a rage. During the fight, Qin Feng broke through and killed Uncle Feng before going to prison. Qin Feng was very curious about Code Name Y. This man gave Qin Feng a very mysterious feeling. Back in the prison, he gave Qin Feng a black box and told him to only open it when he was strong enough or when the Qin family was in danger. Qin Feng still hadn't opened the black box and kept it in the system. This black box seemed to have a lot to do with the system. It was the first non-system item that Qin Feng could store in the system. Haha. Qin Feng, little friend, we haven't seen each other for a few months.
You still remember me?
Code Name Y smiled at Qin Feng.
Qin Feng relaxed his guard.
Ever since they met in the prison, Qin Feng hadn't seen Code Name Y again. He didn't expect him to suddenly come looking for him tonight. Code Name Y, what's your real name? Qin Feng asked curiously. I won't mention my real name. Even I've forgotten it. I came looking for you because I have something important to tell you. Code Name Y's expression became serious. He was getting straight to the point. When Qin Feng first entered the prison, he was only stage 3 inner chi. Now, he had broken through to the peak of stage 9 inner chi. However, after looking at Code Name Y, Qin Feng couldn't figure out his realm. Senior, please tell me.
I'll help you if I can.
Qin Feng could tell that the man in front of him wasn't simple. Do you still have the black box I gave you in the prison? Code Name Y asked. I've been keeping it, Qin Feng replied honestly. Code Name Y nodded. You haven't opened it?
Not yet.
At first, Qin Feng really wanted to open it, but he forgot about it.
He only remembered now. Ha!
Looks like you've become the most powerful person in the mortal world, so there's no need to open it. Code Name Y smiled faintly. After encountering Code Name Y again, Qin Feng became curious about many things. When Qin Feng first put the black box in the system, Little Pig was very close to the box. Moreover, Code Name Y's description of the black box was very exaggerated. He said that it was related to an earth-shattering secret, and that opening it could save the Qin clan when it was about to be destroyed. Qin Feng didn't know whether this was true or not. Senior, what's in that black box? And who are you? Why did you come to find me this time? Qin Feng became a curious baby and asked many questions at once. Code Name Y said, I was originally the great guardian of the Martial Art Alliance. However, because I discovered a major secret of the base, I escaped on my own. Now I'm still wanted by the Martial Art Alliance. As for the black box, there is a system. I believe you understand the system better than I do. Code Name Y's words stunned Qin Feng. He never thought that there would be a system in that black box. Code Name Y actually gave such an important item to him? However, Qin Feng instantly thought through many things. No wonder the black box could be stored in the system, even though it wasn't an item from the Hedonist sovereign system. Moreover, the little pig was quite close to the black box. If the black box really was the system, then what Code Name Y said before was not an exaggeration. A system was unexpectedly powerful. Because Qin Feng obtained the Hedonist sovereign system, he went from a powerless hedonist young master to the most powerful person in China's secular world in less than a year. Senior, you actually gave such an important item to me? How did you know that I have a system? Qin Feng had many more questions in his mind. Back when Qin Feng was in prison, he had only obtained the system. At that time, no one knew the secret of Qin Feng's system. He never thought that Code Name Y would know. When Code Name Y saw Qin Feng's vigilant expression, he smiled and said, Little friend Qin Feng, don't be nervous. I have no ill intentions towards you. The reason why I know that you have a system is not because I saw it. After I discovered the secret of the martial art alliance, I saw some internal information. It recorded the owners of China's system, and I saw your name. The more Qin Feng listened, the more shocked he became. What kind of shocking secret was the martial art alliance hiding? Their organization actually had a list of the owners of the system? Qin Feng then thought of what Shenron had said to him. Shenron's master would ask Shenron to monitor a person's development every once in a while. It seemed that Ling Jiutian was really cultivating system owners. Who was he? How could he be so powerful? Qin Feng was so shocked by this news that he could not speak for a while. Code name Y sighed and said, "Actually, when I discovered the secret of the organization, I was also shocked. I don't have the system, so I don't know how powerful it is. But from the changes in you over the past 6 months, I have already guessed a thing or two. The system is really amazing. It has already surpassed the scope of Earth's technology. I have been secretly investigating the source of the system, but there has been no progress or clues. The reason why I found you this time is that I want to work with you to investigate the secret plan of the Martial Art Alliance, and then find the source and secret of this system." Code name Y discovered the existence of the system more than half a year ago. He realized that the system was likely to be a disaster on Earth, so Code name Y escaped from the Martial Art Alliance and found one of the owners of the system, Qin Feng. This conversation allowed Qin Feng to understand many more questions. When he defeated Shenron, Qin Feng, Shenron, and Shui Er discussed the secret of the system, but there was no conclusion. After talking to Code name Y tonight, Qin Feng was even more certain that the system was a very dangerous factor. If it was really used by someone with ulterior motives, it would be a disaster on Earth. "Sir, how should I cooperate with you?" Qin Feng quickly came back to his senses and decided to form an alliance with Code name Y. Code name Y's expression became serious again as he looked in the direction of the Martial Art Alliance's base in the distance. "The Martial Art Alliance is more powerful than you, and I think. They are the strongest force in the secular world of Huaxia. The chief of the alliance, Ling Jiutian, has been missing for a long time. I don't know what he is doing, but I suspect it has something to do with the system. This time I came to you. I want to use your identity as the owner of the system to lure Ling Jiutian out, and then start from him to find out the situation behind the Martial Art Alliance. But Ling Jiutian is very powerful. Even if you and I join forces, we are completely no match for him. This operation is very dangerous. My young friend, Qin Feng, think carefully before you agree." Code name Y's expression became blank. This earth-shattering secret had been going on for a long time, and even he was not sure how far Ling Jiutian's plan had progressed. Qin Feng's expression was also extremely serious. Ever since he obtained the system, Qin Feng had never been so nervous. Qin Feng originally thought that the owner of the system would be extremely powerful and even rule over the Earth. However, as the system was revealed one after another, Qin Feng realized that he was just a player in this earth-shattering secret, or perhaps a chess piece. "Sir, I don't have to think about this. I am willing to join forces with you to investigate and stop Ling Jiutian's plan.
I know the power of the system best.
If Ling Jiutian is really cultivating system owners and using these people for his use, the consequences will be unimaginable." Qin Feng did not hesitate much. No matter how dangerous this mission was, Qin Feng would bravely step forward. Because he was one of the owners of the system, he had to figure out the secret of the existence of the system. Code name Y seemed to have guessed that Qin Feng would agree, and his expression did not change. "In that case, you and I have to be careful in the future. Since Ling Jiutian is cultivating the system, we can also rope in some system owners. This way, our chances of winning against the Martial Art Alliance will be higher." Code name Y proposed a very crazy plan, but Qin Feng's eyes lit up. This plan could be implemented. Qin Feng had now confirmed that Cher was the owner of the system, and he had joined forces with Cher's star system. Qin Feng also had a black box in his hand, which also contained a system. "I have now infiltrated the Martial Art Alliance. As the Deputy Chief Deacon of the Law Enforcement Hall, I have actually been secretly investigating the martial art alliances behind-the-scenes plan. This is a mission given to me by the system. Qin Feng had nothing to hide from Code Name Y. After all, Code Name Y knew more than Qin Feng. Code Name Y nodded and said, "The status of a deacon in the martial art alliance is too low, and it is almost impossible to find out confidential information. In that case, you should strive to get promoted as soon as possible. I feel that the martial art alliance has been a little restless recently. I'm afraid that their plan has reached a critical moment, and we also have to speed up." Code Name Y also found out that the situation was urgent, so he found Qin Feng and told him so many things. "Okay, I will do my best," Qin Feng said solemnly. The two of them chatted for a while, and Code Name Y left. Before he left Qin Feng a number, so that Qin Feng could contact him if there was anything important. Qin Feng watched as a gust of wind blew on top of the pitch-black mountain top, and Code Name Y disappeared. This kind of method could only be done by Qin Feng using his flying sword. It seemed that Code Name Y's strength had probably stepped into the true Qi stage. Code Name Y left the Martial Art Alliance to be the chief protector. So how powerful was the deputy chief of the Martial Art Alliance and the chief of the Martial Art Alliance, Ling Jiutian? It was already midnight when Qin Feng returned to the villa. Lu Bingbing had been waiting in the living room. She was not in the mood to watch the movie anymore, and she was anxiously waiting for Qin Feng to return. "Qin Feng, are you okay? Where did you go?" As soon as Qin Feng entered the room, Lu Bingbing ran over barefoot without even putting on her slippers. Qin Feng reproachfully slapped Lu Bingbing's butt and carried her back to the sofa. "Why are you running around barefoot? Be careful not to catch a cold." "I'm fine. An old friend came to see me, so I went out to meet him." Lu Bingbing was relieved to see that Qin Feng was really fine. Qin Feng did not mention anything about the martial art alliance and the system, mainly because he did not want Lu Bingbing to worry. The two of them watched the movie for a while, and Lu Bingbing fell asleep in Qin Feng's arms. Seeing how tired Lu Bingbing was, Qin Feng gently carried her back to the house to sleep. After settling Lu Bingbing down, Qin Feng returned to the living room. He moved his mind slightly, and a pitch-black box that exuded an ancient aura appeared in his hand. "Master, open it." Little Pig also ran out. It seemed to be very interested in the black box, and it jumped around Qin Feng. Qin Feng took out the black box and was about to open it. He gently removed the wooden lid, and a strange light shot out. It was like a small sun, and it lit up the whole living room. "Little Pig, is this the system?" Qin Feng was dumbfounded, and he stared at the light in the black wooden box. It was a very strange light, and the color kept changing. Before the system recognized its master, it was like a ball of light. It lay quietly in the black wooden box, and it seemed to be observing Qin Feng and Little Pig. Chapter 1079. Master, this is the Sovereign Peace System. It's not interested in you, so it doesn't want to recognize you as its master. Little Pig said. Qin Feng retracted his consciousness. So the system really did recognize him as its master. This made Qin Feng quite confused. What conditions did the system recognize him as its master? Why did the hedonist sovereign system recognize him as its master? However, Qin Feng also understood something else. No wonder Code Name Y gave him the black wooden box containing the system. Perhaps the Sovereign Peace System didn't choose Code Name Y as its master. This way, even if a normal person obtained the system, it would be useless because they wouldn't be able to fuse with the system and unleash its power. Master, there are two ways for the system to fuse with a human. One is to automatically recognize a master, and the other is to passively recognize a master. Little Pig continued, "Back then, I automatically recognized you as my master because you met the requirements of the hedonist sovereign system. As for passively recognizing a master, you need to erase the original consciousness of the system's soul so that it can't automatically recognize a master. Then, the system will be passively integrated into the human's brain." Qin Feng suddenly thought of the system unblock tool he received when he completed the Devouring Sovereign Superstar quest. Little pig, do I have to use the system unblock tool to passively recognize a master? That's right, master. The system unblock tool erases the consciousness of the system soul. Qin Feng finally understood. Back then, he thought the system unblock tool was useless. Now he realized that it was an extremely important item. This way, Qin Feng could fuse the sovereignty system into someone's brain, or Qin Feng could fuse with the sovereignty system himself. Master, I don't recommend you fuse with the sovereignty system, Little Pig suggested as soon as Qin Feng had this thought.
Why?
If I fuse with the sovereignty system, will there be two systems in my brain? Will there be two system souls at the same time? Are you afraid that I'll fall in love with the peaceful system soul and abandon you? Is that why you won't let me fuse with it? Qin Feng looked at the little pig jokingly. The little pig raised its chubby head and said proudly, "Ha! Master, I'm not trying to brag, but out of all the systems in the Supreme series, I, little pig, am the most adorable and silly system soul. After Master has me, you won't like any other system soul." Qin Feng couldn't help but think of Cher's star system's soul flower squirrel. That little squirrel was also very cute, but Qin Feng really wasn't interested in her. Then why don't you let me fuse with the peace system? Qin Feng asked curiously. If Master hadn't met codename Wide Knight, you could have fused with the peace system. However, now that you've met codename Y and found out about the Martial Art Alliance's plan to cultivate the system, Little Pig doesn't recommend Master to fuse with the peace system. In actuality, out of all the sovereign systems, the Hedonist sovereign system that Master has is the most powerful and complete system. The sovereign peace system isn't even 10% as powerful as the Hedonist sovereign system. Even if Master fuses with the peace system, he won't be able to obtain anything more powerful than that. But if Master gives the peace system to someone else, then the true function of the peace system will be unleashed, and the person who obtains the system will grow faster. Qin Feng understood what Little Pig was trying to explain patiently. Simply put, the peace system could be compared to a blue-grade treasured sword. This treasured sword was a good item. However, to Qin Feng, who had the rare pink-grade cosmic flying sword and Moon's Morning, a blue-grade treasured sword was of little value. If it was given to someone who didn't have a treasured sword, then it would be a real treasure. In your opinion, who should I give the sovereign peace system to? Qin Feng wanted to hear Little Pig's suggestion. The sovereign peace system was created to protect the peace of the world. It's best to give it to a righteous person. If he's powerful enough, then it'll be even more useful. Based on these conditions, Shenlong is the best candidate. Little Pig suggested Shenlong. Qin Feng thought about it and agreed that Shenlong was indeed the best candidate. Not long ago, Qin Feng had a long talk with codename Y, and both of them decided to subdue a system owner in secret. If the Dragon God could obtain the sovereign peace system and then subdue the Dragon God, Qin Feng would have one more fierce general on his side. More importantly, Shenlong already knew about the existence of the system, so Qin Feng didn't need to explain to him what the system was.
All right.
When I have time, I'll give the sovereign peace system to Shenlong. After all, he's my brother-in-law, so I have to help him. Qin Feng closed the black box and the room darkened. The strange power also disappeared, and everything returned to normal, as if nothing had happened. Qin Feng fell asleep on the sofa last night. He felt a soft body in his arms and slowly woke up. Lu Bingbing wore a thin silk nightgown. She lay in Qin Feng's arms and stared at him. When she saw Qin Feng open his eyes, she quickly closed them and pretended to sleep. Of course, Qin Feng saw Lu Bingbing's little movements and was amused by her. Qin Feng was filled with a sense of accomplishment. This woman used to be cold and heartless, but now she was like a little girl after being trained by him. Bingbing, you came into my arms early in the morning. Do you want it again? As Qin Feng spoke, he reached out and grabbed Lu Bingbing's butt. Lu Bingbing blushed. She pretended to be asleep and didn't speak, letting Qin Feng do whatever he wanted. This aroused Qin Feng. He tore off Lu Bingbing's nightgown and said with a smirk, "Since Bingbing is asleep, I'm going to do it." Bingbing, don't get up and don't scream. Qin Feng turned over and Lu Bingbing cooperated and continued to pretend to be asleep. However, after a while, Lu Bingbing couldn't pretend anymore. Qin Feng was too violent, and Lu Bingbing had to scream to vent her emotions. Otherwise, she would suffocate to death. After waking up and exercising in the morning, both of them felt refreshed. After Lu Bingbing was done, she was too lazy to put on her clothes. Naked, she ran to the kitchen to make breakfast for Qin Feng. A sumptuous breakfast was placed on the dining table. Qin Feng and Lu Bingbing sat facing each other. Qin Feng admired Lu Bingbing's body as he ate steak and milk. "Bingbing, I'm going back in a while," Qin Feng said halfway through his meal. Lu Bingbing's knife and fork stopped abruptly, and a hint of reluctance flashed in her eyes. However, the moment she lifted her head, she smiled and asked, "Are you going back to Acropolis City?" Qin Feng caressed Lu Bingbing's pretty face and said, "Yes, I haven't been back for a while. I'm going to Hero City to have a look. I heard Qin Yi is back." Lu Bingbing was so shocked that she dropped her knife and fork. Qin Feng hurriedly walked over and pulled Lu Bingbing into his arms. He looked at Lu Bingbing's long legs and was relieved to make sure they weren't cut by the knife and fork. Lu Bingbing finally calmed down a bit, but the shock in her beautiful eyes hadn't subsided.
Qin Yi?
"I assent he dead?" When Qin Feng first heard the news of Qin Ye's return from Cloudy Sky, he was as shocked as Lu Bingbing.
He's not dead.
He just hasn't shown himself. He suddenly went to Hero City. I'm going to see how he's been. Lu Bingbing was a little sad and disappointed that Qin Feng was leaving. She thought Qin Feng was in a hurry to go back to Hero City to see other women. However, after learning about Qin Yi, Lu Bingbing didn't think too much. She sped up her meal, put on her clothes, and took the initiative to send Qin Feng to the airport. The provincial capital international airport. The airport lobby was already packed with people. However, more than half of these people were not going to travel, but were here to send Qin Feng off. The people from the 4 major families and the 5 minor families of the provincial capital were here. As for the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th tier families, they were all lined up outside the lobby. They didn't even have the right to enter the lobby. Lu Bingbing and Yan Wushuang were also here. Both of them surrounded Qin Feng. There were many people from the Dragon Sect and many students from the Provincial Capital University came to see Qin Feng off. The airport was filled with beautiful women. Other than Lu Bingbing and Yan Wushuang, Shaoli, Shui, Chang Xian, and Cloudy Sky were also here. Qin Feng was going to bring the 4 of them to Hero City. Even Ma Xinxin was here. She had been staying at the Ma family fortress during this period of time. After the Ma family fortress learned about the relationship between Ma Xinxin and Qin Feng, they treated Ma Xinxin as if she was their female sect leader. The poison sect didn't dare to offend Qin Feng anymore. Due to the relationship between Ma Xinxin and the poison sect, Qin Feng didn't cause any trouble for the poison sect when he returned to the provincial capital. "Feng, come to the Qin Manor when you're free." Qin Huang hugged Qin Feng and said goodbye. "Brother, the Martial Arts Association and I have high hopes for the Qin Manor. Don't worry, and go do great things." Qin Xiao smiled at Qin Feng. Ever since Qin Feng defeated the Dragon God, the conflict between Qin Feng and Qin Xiao was completely resolved. Now, Qin Xiao and Qin Wudao worked together to develop the Qin Manor and made it better and better. Qin Duo Air stood at a distance and didn't dare to come over. Her eyes were red, and she was afraid that she wouldn't be able to hold back her tears if she came close to Qin Feng. Many people also said goodbye to Qin Feng. This scene was as grand as seeing off the Red Army from 10 miles away. The other passengers were so scared that they didn't dare to take this flight anymore. After Qin Feng said goodbye to everyone, he walked into the airport with Shaoli and the other girls. Behind him, the shouts of the people continued for a long time. "Young hero Qin Feng, welcome back to the provincial capital. Have a safe trip, Senior Qin Feng." In the corner of the hall stood a strange woman. The woman was tall and sexy. She wore a big round hat and sunglasses, as if she was afraid of being recognized. Seeing Qin Feng's figure gradually disappear, the woman slowly took off her sunglasses, revealing a beautiful face that could topple cities. So it was Dong Feng Qing Shui. Dongfang Qingxue knew that Qinfeng wouldn't go to the Dongfang Yuan to propose, but she still waited for Qinfeng these days. In the end, Qinfeng didn't go. Dongfang Qingxue had already recovered her original cold and noble temperament. She was like an iceberg beauty. Although there were many people secretly peeping at her, they were all stopped by her cold aura that repelled people 1,000 miles away. Not a single man dared to come up and strike up a conversation with her. Everyone had many sides, and Dongfang Qingxue was the same. She wasn't born this cold, and she wasn't just cold and arrogant. Not long ago, Dongfang Qingxue had the happiest time of her life in Devil City. At that time, she was a different person. She was no longer cold and emotionless, nor was she high and mighty. She would even act spoiled and cute by Qinfeng's side and become a little girl. She would even bicker with Shaoli and cause trouble for Qinfeng. Dongfang Qingxue was also lively and unreasonable. At that time, she was no longer an ice goddess. She was more like a crazy woman. But that was all in the past. From the moment Qinfeng's figure disappeared at the ticket gate, women surrounded Qinfeng. From this moment onwards, Dongfang Qingxue was still the Dongfang Qingxue from before. She was the cold and noble woman that made everyone feel ashamed of themselves. She felt that she wouldn't change again because she had already changed for one person. She no longer had the courage to change. Chapter 1080. When Qinfeng returned to Hero City, he looked at the majestic city gate and the newly built city wall. He couldn't even recognize them.
Wow.
Qinfeng, is this the base of Hero City that you built? It's magnificent. Xue Er's eyes sparkled with excitement as she looked at Hero City. Master, this place is beautiful. Shaoli was also amazed. She had heard Qinfeng talk about Hero City a long time ago, but she didn't expect it to be so perfect. Ma Xinxin and Chang Xian were also amazed. Yun Xiao had just left Hero City, so she wasn't as surprised as Yun Xiao. She was used to the prosperity of Hero City. Qinfeng saw that Shaoli and the other 3 girls loved Hero City, so he happily walked into the city with the 5 girls in his arms. Holy shit, young Master Qin is back. Oh my god, it's really young Master Qin. He's the only shameless person in China who can do something as shameless as hugging 5 beauties at once. Hurry up and inform the other sisters-in-law. There's going to be a good show today. The members of the Feng group and Hong sect were waiting at the gate of Hero City. They were excited when they saw Qinfeng. Young Master Qin. A group of people ran up to Qinfeng and greeted him. Qinfeng patted long hair and smiled. Not bad. You've broken through to stage 5 inner chi not long after I left. Qinfeng remembered that long hair was only at stage 3 inner chi when he left after setting up the spirit gathering formation. Long hair said proudly, Young Master Qin, it's all thanks to your spirit gathering formation. Plus, I'm talented and intelligent in the martial cultivation school. It's hard not to break through. Qinfeng slapped Longhair's head and scolded him jokingly. How dare you brag in front of me? You're asking for a beating. Longhair hurriedly chuckled and said good things about Qinfeng. Qinfeng discovered a serious problem. Actually, Longhair, Huang Jinghua, and even Yunzhe all had different personalities before they met him. They were all honest and upright people, but after following him, Qinfeng discovered that these people were better at bragging.
Who taught them?
Qinfeng and Longhair chatted for a while. Suddenly, a group of women rushed out of Hero City. The 10 or so women were all dressed differently, but they were all devastatingly beautiful. They fought to be the first to pounce on Qinfeng. This spectacular scene stunned Shaoli and the other women. Master, these are all your women? You said that you have a few women by your side. It seems like there are dozens of them, right? Shaoli opened her small mouth, looking very amused. Qinfeng was a little embarrassed. He laughed guiltily and said, Haha, there's no difference between a few and a few dozen. Everyone just needs to get used to it. Chang Xian and Cher did not know what to say. Before they came here, they were still thinking about how they could compete with the ladies in Hero City's harem. Now that they saw more than a dozen ladies in Hero City's harem, they immediately gave up on the idea. Qin Feng, when did you come back? You didn't even tell us. Zhao Lingxian was the first to arrive. She grabbed Qin Feng's arm and started to size up Chang Xian and the other women. Lin Bei, Lu Wenjing, Su Qiuyu, Bai Qing, Rao Sherman, Liu Chen, Han Ying, Ren Xiaoyao. Qin Feng suddenly felt a headache coming on. When did he take in so many women? Qin Feng, it's great that you're back. Lin Bei hugged Qin Feng's other arm obediently. Hero City was like spring all year round. Han Ying was wearing a sexy red qipao that revealed a lot of her fair skin. She was so shy that the guards didn't dare to look at her. Qin Feng, you're so cool. You brought a few new women with you this time. I think the sisters should tie him up and stop him from leaving. Han Ying looked at Qin Feng with a charming expression. After returning from America, Han Ying had gradually returned to her usual seductive self. Every woman came up to greet Qin Feng. They were all beautiful women with different personalities. Chang Xian and Xiao Li felt ashamed when they saw them.
Wow.
Teacher Chang Xian, you're here as well. Don't tell me that bastard Qin Feng forced himself on you as well? Hua Yan jumped to Chang Xian's side with a shocked expression on her face. Qin Feng slapped Hua Yan's butt and said, You stinky girl, how can you say that? It's my dominance and handsomeness that conquered Chang Xian. How did you say that he forced himself on her? Chang Xian finally found someone she knew in the crowd. She went to the side to chat with Hua Yan. Cloudy Sky was in Hero City, so she didn't feel awkward when she returned. The women's gazes fell on Xiao Li and Cher. Qin Feng brought these two women back to Hero City for the first time. Huh? She looks so familiar. She looks like a superstar, Su Qiuyu said as she looked at Cher. Su Xia Tian suddenly jumped up and shouted. She's Cher, the superstar Cher. The crowd was in an uproar. Not long ago, when Qin Feng used the space-time door to transfer items in the system, he mentioned Cher. Cher had joined the Hero Alliance. Now that Qin Feng brought Cher back to Hero City, these women couldn't help but admire Qin Feng's flirting skills. Rao Sherman knew Cher. A while ago, they were filming in Hong Kong, so she pulled Cher aside and started chatting with her. Let me introduce you to everyone. This is Xiao Li. I met her during the martial arts conference in Demon City. Xiao Li, these are your good sisters. I hope you can get along well with each other in the future. After Qin Feng introduced Xiao Li to the crowd, the women knew the relationship between Xiao Li and Qin Feng was not simple. Almost all the women in Hero City were gathered here, but Zhang Ke was nowhere to be seen. Huh? Where did Ke go? Did she go back to the provincial capital? Qin Feng was puzzled. If Zhang Ke had gone back to the provincial capital, Rao Sherman should have gone back with her. However, Qin Feng saw Rao Sherman just now. At the mention of Zhang Ke, all of the women looked helpless. Zhao Lingxian complained, Qin Feng, you have to keep Ke in check when you come back. That girl has gone crazy. Every day, she drives a yacht out to sea to catch sharks. Otherwise, she goes to Devil Beast Mountain to hunt wild beasts. Qin Feng was stunned, but he quickly regained his senses. The others didn't know the reason behind Zhang Ke's change, but Qin Feng knew it very well. Zhang Ke drank the ancient giant beast's DNA. There was an ancient giant beast hidden in her body, so it was normal for her to go crazy. Where is Zhang Ke now? I'll go and discipline her. Qin Feng was very interested in the ancient giant beast's DNA. He wanted to see how Zhang Ke had changed recently. The women looked at the man-made beach in unison. She just drove a yacht to the deep sea. Every time she came back, she would bring a big shark with her. Recently, she forced us to eat the shark she roasted every day. We almost threw up. Qin Feng's mouth twitched. He quickly drove the yacht to the deep sea. Qin Feng purposely sensed the presence of the black turtle, but it wasn't strong. It seemed like the black turtle was not in the sea. Ke, you've gone crazy. Qin Feng killed his way to the deep sea. He saw a beautiful figure riding on the back of a big shark. The shark was as obedient as a kitten in front of Zhang Ke. It allowed Zhang Ke to step on and hit it as she pleased. Ah, big brother Qin Feng, when did you come back? Come and play with Ke. What do you think of Ke's new pet? Zhang Ke was excited to see Qin Feng. She grabbed the shark's fin and steered it towards Qin Feng. Qin Feng leaped onto the back of the shark. He grabbed Zhang Ke's hand and began to feel her pulse. Zhang Ke's pulse was strong. It was not a human's pulse, but the pulse of a sleeping giant beast. Big brother Qin Feng, what are you doing? We used safety measures every time we had sex. I'm not pregnant. Zhang Ke was as scary as ever. Qin Feng was so scared that he almost fell off the shark's back and into the sea. Ke, is there anything wrong with your body recently? Qin Feng asked. Zhang Ke immediately complained. Big brother Qin Feng, the ancient giant beast's DNA is too scary. I feel like there's a giant beast living in my body. I can't eat my fill no matter how much I eat. I have an endless supply of energy every day. If I don't hunt a few wild beasts, I'll feel sick. Zhang Ke waved her hands and said, Oh right, we haven't gone to Devil Beast Mountain to hunt today. Let's go. Zhang Ke was a lively and energetic person. After drinking the ancient giant beast's DNA, she was in a state of insanity. Qin Feng almost lost control of this lass. The two of them rode the shark across the sea and landed at the edge of Devil Beast Mountain. They leaped onto the mountain and saw the flaming golden eagle and glacial snow mastiff running towards them. The last time Qin Feng left Hero City, he had left the two battle pets in the city. The two battle pets would go to Mount Devil Beast to train and play every day when they had free time. The two battle pets were cheering in excitement when their master was back. Little wolf, little condor, let's go hunt. Zhang Ke had been visiting Devil Beast Mountain frequently recently, so she had become familiar with the two battle pets. Qin Feng leaped onto the glacial snow mastiff's back. Zhang Ke insisted on flying on the back of the golden eagle. Devil Beast Mountain was divided into 3 areas: the outermost layer, the middle layer, and the innermost layer. Qin Feng had come to Devil Beast Mountain many times, but he had always been active in the outer and middle regions. The innermost region was filled with layers of fog, and he couldn't see the situation inside clearly. Moreover, there was a strong and dangerous aura coming from the inner region. Even the flaming golden eagles and glacial snow mastiffs didn't dare to enter that region. The 2 people and 2 pets quickly arrived at the outer layer. With Qin Feng's strength, he was already invincible in this area. When he first ascended Devil Beast Mountain, he was almost killed by the 3-eyed elephant boar. In the end, he had to join forces with Hua Xianyu to barely defeat the 3-eyed elephant boar. However, after more than half a year, when Qin Feng stood in the outer region of Devil Beast Mountain, a few 3-eyed elephant boars ran away in fright when they passed by. 3-eyed monstrous boar, where do you think you're going? Zhang Ke went crazy when she saw her prey. She stepped on the golden condor's back and swooped down. Seeing that she was about to catch up to the herd of 3-eyed elephant boars, Zhang Ke leaped into the air and landed on the back of one of the 3-eyed elephant boars. She ignored its tough fur and threw a punch at it. Roar! A 3-eyed elephant boar let out a blood-curdling screech and fell to the ground. Zhang Ke leaped up and kicked the second 3-eyed elephant boar. Rumble! A huge 3-eyed elephant boar that weighed almost half a ton flew into the air and crashed into its companion that was running away in panic. The 2 3-eyed elephant boars rolled on the ground and only stopped after knocking down a dozen trees. The flaming golden eagles and glacial snow mastiffs were bloodthirsty and combative. They were howling at the sky to cheer for Zhang Ke. Qin Feng was dumbfounded by the scene. With his current strength, his performance was about the same as Zhang Ke's. Was this girl trying to defy the heavens?
Ouch.
I've run out of energy again. Zhang Ke was in the middle of fighting when she suddenly fell from the sky. She screamed in pain. The 3-eyed elephant boars ran away in a frenzy and almost stepped over Zhang Ke's body. Qin Feng quickly rushed over and pulled Zhang Ke into his arms. Ke, don't scare me. Why did you suddenly fall? Chapter 10. 81. Zhang Keke's buttocks broke into 4 pieces. She cried out in pain. Boo-hoo! Big brother Qinfeng, that ancient almighty beast gene you gave me isn't fun at all. It keeps malfunctioning and it hurts so much. Big brother Qinfeng, help me rub it. Qinfeng was amused by Zhang Keke's mischievous expression, so he rubbed Zhang Keke's butt. By the way, Kiki, how long can you maintain the power of the ancient giant beast?
Qinfeng asked.
Zhang Keke pondered for a moment. About an hour a day. It's hard to say. Sometimes it's longer, sometimes it's shorter. The ancient almighty beast's genes had a chance of activating some of the ancient almighty beast's abilities. After consuming it, the ancient almighty beast's genes would slowly fuse with the user's genes. This process was relatively long, but with Zhang Keke's current situation, it was normal. Alright, hurry up and come down. Don't go crazy alone in the future. If you really want to cause trouble, call Lu Jie and the others to come with you. What if you lose your ability one day and get injured? Zhang Keke lay on Qinfeng's body like a koala bear. Qinfeng pulled her off him. Zhang Keke was used to doing things her own way, so she was very obedient to Qinfeng. She nodded and said, I know. Brother Qinfeng, play with me a little longer today. Since Qinfeng had arrived at Devil Beast Mountain, he was prepared to explore further. With his current realm, he could try to explore the inner area. Qinfeng leaped onto Flaming Dragon Horse, with Zhang Keke in his arms. The Flaming Golden Eagle and Glacial Snow Mastiff followed closely behind him. Flaming Dragon galloped at full speed while Zhang Keke screamed excitedly. Qinfeng wished he could tear off this silly girl's clothes and teach her a lesson. Hiss! After running for a while, Flaming Dragon Horse's front hooves suddenly flew up and it stopped running. The surrounding environment had already changed greatly. In the outer and middle layers of Devil Beast Mountain, there was still some dim light, and the cheerful chirping of birds could be heard. But in the inner area, it was completely dark, and the shapes of the trees were all strange and frightening. The cold wind whistled, and there was a gloomy smell in the air. The sounds of birds and insects could no longer be heard. It was so quiet that it was as if there were no living things around. Zhang Keke was scared out of her wits. She sat on the horse's back and hugged Qinfeng tightly. Big brother Qinfeng, it's so scary here. Are we going to be eaten by the monsters? Qinfeng patted Zhang Keke's back and looked around vigilantly. Little Pig said, Master, Flaming Dragon Horse is scared. It doesn't dare to go any further. Qinfeng summoned the Flaming Dragon Horse back into the system. The Flaming Golden Falcon and the Glacial Snow Mastiff circled around Qinfeng. The 2 battle pets had sensed the danger and began to observe the surroundings vigilantly. Roar! All of a sudden, a furious roar came from the depths of Devil Beast Mountain. Judging from the distance of a few hundred meters, it sounded as if it was right beside Qinfeng and Zhang Keke's ears. A wild wind immediately sprang up within Devil Beast Mountain. With just a single roar, the magical beast caused the air currents to change. This kind of powerful and berserk strength caused Qinfeng to sigh in admiration. Master, the Flaming Golden Eagle and the Glacial Snow Mastiff are asking you to leave. The demonic beast inside is very powerful. Even if they join forces, they won't be able to defeat it. Little Pig's anxious voice rang in Qinfeng's mind. Zhang Keke was terrified. Qinfeng, let's go. Roar, 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 roar. Another roar came from another animal. It seemed like a battle between wild beasts was taking place in the forest ahead. Qinfeng leaped to the top of the tallest tree and looked into the distance with his night vision goggles. A few hundred meters away, 5 single-horned rhinoceroses, 3 wild wolves, and a snow leopard were besieging a gigantic ape. The ape's fur was as white as snow, but there was a patch of red hair on its head. The ape was huge. When it stood up, it was more than 3 meters tall. Its body was muscular, and its eyes were blood red. It bared its fangs and roared at the wild beasts around it. Qinfeng had no intention of meddling in the battle between the wild beasts inside Devil Beast Mountain. Just as he was about to leave with Zhang Keke, he noticed a thin and delicate figure amidst the wild beasts. Xiao Shishir was standing under a tree. Her long hair fluttered to the top of her head, and her eyes were empty. It seemed like she was controlling the wild beasts to attack the white-furred demonic ape. Roar. The white-furred demonic ape was enraged. It suddenly launched an attack. Moving as nimbly as a human, it arrived beside the single-horned rhinoceroses in the blink of an eye. It swung its thick arms at the rhinoceroses and sent them flying into the air.
Bang!
After the slap, the white-furred demonic ape kicked a wild wolf. Although it was only one person, it was incomparably domineering. It was as if it was the overlord of the mountain. A single roar from it was enough to deter the other wild beasts from attacking. Xiao Shishir's face turned pale. Controlling so many wild beasts at once was too much for her to bear. On top of that, the white-furred demonic ape was too ferocious. In just a few moves, it had defeated half of the enemies. "Qin Feng, where are you going?" Zhang Ke suddenly cried out. She saw Qin Feng stepping on a pink longsword and heading toward the depths of Devil Beast Mountain. The flaming golden eagle and glacial snow mastiff were about to follow when Qin Feng's voice drifted over. "Protect Ke, I'll be right there." Upon hearing their master's order, the two battle pets stopped abruptly. They retreated to Zhang Ke's side and observed their surroundings vigilantly. Qin Feng stepped on his flying sword and soon arrived at the battlefield where Xiao Shishir was fighting. The white-furred demonic ape could not stop its rampage. It had already sent the last snow leopard flying and was charging toward Xiao Shishir.
Swoosh!
With a flash of pink light, Xiao Shishir felt her body was floating in the air as she shuttled through the forest. She had been in Devil Beast Mountain recently, wanting to enter the deepest part of the mountain to search for the Beast King. She did not expect to be ambushed by the white-furred demonic ape. Xiao Shishir thought she was about to be killed by the white-furred demonic ape, but she was still alive. "Qin Feng? Why are you here?" Xiao Shishir looked at the man who was hugging her and cried out in surprise. It had been a long time since they last met, but Xiao Shishir had not changed at all. She wore a snow-white dress, and her long hair fluttered in the wind. "Shishir, didn't I tell you not to come to Devil Beast Mountain? Why are you here alone? You're so naughty." Qin Feng glared at Xiao Shishir and smacked her butt. Xiao Shishir shrieked in fright. Her face was so red that tears were about to drip from her cheeks. Xiao Shishir felt a surge of warmth in her heart. She had forgotten how many times Qin Feng had saved her life. Every time Xiao Shishir came to Devil Beast Mountain, Qin Feng would appear to save her when she was in danger. However, Xiao Shishir was perplexed. She had a good impression of teacher Xiao Feng, but when she saw Qin Feng holding her in his arms, her heart was moved. There was a moment when Xiao Shishir wanted to let go of the hatred in her heart and spend the rest of her life with Qin Feng. However, when she thought of Xiao Feng, she hesitated. In the end, she chose to disappear.
Roar!
The two of them hugged each other tightly and looked at each other without saying a word. The atmosphere was warm and sweet. It was at this moment that the white-furred demonic ape caught up to them. It leaped across the forest and arrived in front of the two of them. Then it slapped its huge palm down.
Boom!
Before the palm reached them, the air exploded. The cosmic flying swords were disrupted by the violent wind. Qin Feng and Xiao Shishir swayed, and it looked like they were about to fall to the ground. "Qin Feng, run. This white-furred demonic ape has entered the true energy realm. You're no match for it. Run." Xiao Shishir finally came to her senses. She realized that she and Qin Feng were in danger. A human at the true Qi stage was already powerful enough, let alone a demonic beast at the true Qi stage. With that slap, Qin Feng and Xiao Shishir instantly fell to the ground. But when they landed, Qin Feng flipped over and landed on his back. Xiao Shishir was tightly held in his arms and was unharmed.
Bang!
A loud bang sounded, and a deep pit appeared on the ground. Rays of golden light shot out from Qin Feng's body. If it wasn't for the protection of invincible golden body, Qin Feng's bones would have shattered. "Ah! Qin Feng, are you all right?" Xiao Shishir hastily got up from Qin Feng's arms. She was so scared that her heart almost jumped out of her chest. Qin Feng was thoroughly enraged by the white-furred demonic ape. He leaped into the air and slashed Moonmorn. Rumble. A cold ray of moonlight fell from the sky. It was as if the power of the moon god had been triggered. The white-furred demonic ape did not dodge. It slammed its palm forward. The two air currents collided, and a huge explosion shook the ground. The surrounding trees swayed, as if the world was about to collapse. Whoosh! Qin Feng didn't dare to stay in the middle of the explosion. There was a flash of pink light, and he disappeared 100 meters away with Qiao Shishir in his arms. The white-furred demonic ape wanted to run, but it wasn't fast enough. It was hit by the air currents, and its huge body was sent flying, crashing into a dozen or so trees. Roar! 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 The attack failed to hurt the white-furred demonic ape. It jumped to its feet and pounded its chest with its arms, roaring at the sky. Qin Feng, what sword is that? Qiao Shishir was so shocked by the power of the cosmic flying sword that she forgot about the danger of the white-furred demonic ape. It's a rare pink weapon. It's a cosmic flying sword. It can fly and kill, Qin Feng said quickly. Then, he leaped up and brought Qiao Shishir to the top of a tree. You stay here. I'll go deal with that demonic ape. Before Qiao Shishir could say anything, Qin Feng disappeared in a flash of pink light. When he reappeared, he was standing in front of the white-furred demonic ape. He was wearing the blood demon armor and holding Moonmorn in his hand. Boom! A loud noise came from Qin Feng's body. He had activated the blood demon armor's pure spirit blood and the berserk demon core in his body. The berserk demon core was the one he had devoured after killing the berserk black demon bear on Devil Beast Mountain. Roar! Qin Feng's eyes turned red. At this moment, he seemed to have transformed into a demonic beast and was roaring at the white-furred demonic ape. After activating the blood demon armor's pure spirit blood, Qin Feng became the king of beasts. His demonic beast aura shook the forest, and even the white-furred demonic ape was stunned. Boom! Several balls of destructive fire shot out. This was the myriad beast true fire that Qin Feng had devoured after killing the fire wolf. The white-furred demonic ape was stunned, but it didn't dodge. The balls of fire instantly surrounded the demonic ape, but they didn't burn its body. Master, the myriad beast true fire isn't very effective against demonic beasts. Qin Feng wanted to use the myriad beast true fire to defeat the white-furred demonic ape, but he didn't expect that he would make a mistake. He quickly struck out with his palms, and the extreme ice flight froze the white-furred demonic ape instantly. Crack, crack, crack. The deep blue ice was dazzling in the darkness, but the outer layer of the ice cracked. The white-furred demonic ape roared angrily and broke free from the ice. At the same time, it regained its consciousness and slapped Qin Feng. Buzz. A strange energy wave rippled through the air. Qiao Shishir saw that Qin Feng was in trouble, and she quickly sent out her thoughts. As a rare spirit beast master in China, Qiao Shishir had recently advanced from sovereign realm to emperor realm. The so-called emperor realm meant that one was the king of all things and they could control all things. The white-furred demonic ape finally regained its consciousness, and its eyes became dazed again. It was as if its soul had been sucked out of its body, and it stood there dumbly. Chapter 1082. How could Qin Feng leave Qiao Shishir alone? Seeing that Qiao Shishir had the white-furred demonic ape under control, Qin Feng commanded the cosmic flying sword to fly forward. Rumble. The white-furred demonic ape's body was as hard as a city wall, and the sword only managed to cut a small piece of flesh. Roar. The power of the sword was so great that it woke the white-furred demonic ape. Qiao Shishir had already collapsed on the tree fork and couldn't control the white-furred demonic ape for the time being. Rumble. The white-furred demonic ape seemed to have gone mad after it regained its consciousness. It swung its metallic arms and attacked Qin Feng. Qin Feng fled on the flying sword. He was shocked by the power of this demonic beast. Even the cosmic flying sword couldn't pierce through this white-furred demonic ape. Qianfen couldn't think of a way to defeat this demonic beast unless he used Star Technology's products.
Swish, 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 swish.
Qianfen flew back and forth on the flying sword, circling the white-furred demonic ape. This demonic beast was fast. It leaped from tree to tree, and its body was unusually agile and nimble. It was able to keep up with Qianfen. The white-furred demonic ape even picked up a few large rocks from the ground and threw them at Qianfen as it ran. Qianfen heard dozens of howls of wind as the rocks flew past him like cannonballs and toppled a large tree.
Swish.
Qianfen was forced into a corner. He suddenly leaped onto the top of a large tree. With a flash of pink light, the cosmic flying sword changed direction and stabbed at the white-furred demonic ape's chest. A sword hum sounded. Qianfen jumped down from the tree with Moonmorn in his hand. It was like a crescent moon in his hand. Moonmorn condensed the power of the moon. He brandished the sword, and a chilling sword light enveloped the land. In an instant, he slashed the white-furred demonic ape over 100 times.
Bang, bang, bang.
The white-furred demonic ape didn't dodge and allowed the sword chi to land on its body. This demonic beast's skin was so thick that not even a missile could penetrate it. After Qianfen finished slashing, he landed. The white-furred demonic ape seized the opportunity and punched through the air, causing the air between the two to vibrate violently. Rumble. A few nearby trees fell to the ground, and the violent airflow exploded. Before Qianfen could dodge, he was sent flying by a huge wave. The golden light on his body shone brightly, and when he landed, Qianfen felt extremely uncomfortable. He felt like he was about to vomit out all of his internal organs. This white-haired devil ape was a true Qi stage magical beast. Qianfen felt that even invincible golden body wouldn't be able to withstand its attack. The berserk devil ape didn't give Qianfen a chance to catch his breath. With a leap, a black shadow appeared above Qianfeng's head. Half of the sky was blocked by the white-haired devil ape. If this foot came down, Qianfeng reckoned that he would be trampled into two halves. Rumble. The ground suddenly shook, and a deep pit was blasted open. Rocks flew everywhere, and a circle of trees fell to the ground like a bunch of tarot cards. Xiao Shishir was petrified as she watched from the top of the tree. Suddenly, a pink light flashed, and Qianfeng returned to Xiao Shishir's side. Oh my god. This white-haired devil ape is too fierce. I'll have to use my ultimate move. Qianfeng crouched on a tree branch, and a cool-looking star tech blue laser gun suddenly appeared on his shoulder. There was a long dragon engraved on the body of the gun, and the mouth of the dragon was the muzzle. Qianfeng, what kind of gun is this? Xiao Shishir was stunned by the star tech blue laser gun. She was just about to ask when Qianfeng pulled the trigger. The huge recoil caused the tree to sway. Fortunately, Qianfeng's legs were wrapped around the tree trunk, and he didn't fall to the ground. Rumble. A green laser beam shot out, and it was as fast as the cosmic flying sword. Before Xiao Shishir could recover from her shock, she saw a deep pit in the ground. The white-haired demonic ape was lying in the pit, its white fur charred black. She couldn't even recognize its original appearance. Roar. Qianfeng waited for a while, and when the dust settled, the white-haired devil ape stood up from the pit. It beat its chest with its arms and roared at the sky. It was surprised that it didn't die from the shot. Qianfeng had used the Star Tech Blue laser gun to defeat the Divine Dragon at Mount Divine Dragon. The Divine Dragon was severely injured after being shot, and it didn't even have the strength to stand up. However, this white-haired devil ape was able to crawl out of the pit on its own. Although its roar was much weaker than before, it was still terrifying. This white-haired devil ape was even fiercer than the Divine Dragon. At the very least, its defense was better than the Divine Dragon's. Qianfeng looked at the scope and prepared to shoot again. Qianfeng, don't. Before he could fire the shot, Xiao Shishir suddenly pulled Qianfeng's arm. Qianfeng turned around and looked at Xiao Shishir with a puzzled expression. What's wrong, Shishir? Xiao Shishir looked at the heavily injured white-haired devil ape on the ground and felt sorry for it. After all, Qiao Shishir was a spirit beast master, and she had a close relationship with animals. Qiao Shishir could control these demonic beasts and become the queen of all creatures. She had an innate affection for living creatures, so how could she bear to see Qin Feng kill the white-haired devil ape? Don't kill it. It's no longer a threat, Qiao Shishir pleaded as she looked at Qin Feng. Qin Feng's expression changed slightly, but he still carried the Star Tech Blue laser gun on his shoulder. This demonic beast is enraged. If we don't kill it, we won't be able to go down. It will chase after us like crazy. Qiao Shishir looked worried, but she knew what Qin Feng said made sense. After a moment of silence, Qiao Shishir's long hair suddenly floated to the top of her head, and her eyes became hollow. Qin Feng, let me try to tame this white-haired devil ape first. If I can't, you can kill it then. Qin Feng carried the Star Tech Blue laser gun on his shoulder and kept an eye on the white-haired devil ape. The demonic beast had yet to discover the tree that Qin Feng and Qiao Shishir were hiding behind. Otherwise, it would have rammed the tree down. Strange energy waves floated in the air. Qiao Shishir was trying to control the white-haired devil ape with her mind. The white-haired devil ape sensed Qiao Shishir's thoughts and became agitated. It roared and jumped around on the ground. Roar, 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 roar. The white-haired devil ape's roar shook the entire forest. Dozens of towering trees were knocked over by the white-haired devil ape. The white-haired devil ape's eyes turned blood red, and it struggled like a madman. Qiao Shishir's face paled. Her lips were chapped, and a thin layer of sweat formed on her forehead. Qin Feng put away Star Tech's blue laser gun and hastily poured out a few qi-strengthening pills and stuffed them into Qiao Shishir's mouth. The pills melted the moment they entered her mouth. Waves of spiritual energy gushed out from the pills, making Qiao Shishir's complexion look a little better. This was a battle that could not be seen, but it was real. Qiao Shishir used her mind to fight with the white-haired devil ape. If Qin Feng did not see it with his own eyes, he would not believe that a weak girl like Qiao Shishir had the ability to control a ferocious demonic beast like the white-haired devil ape. Qin Feng continued to stuff medicinal pills into Qiao Shishir's mouth, which allowed Qiao Shishir to persevere. The white-furred demonic ape was indeed worthy of being a true qi-stage demonic beast. Its mind was much more resolute than an ordinary person's. It took Qiao Shishir more than half an hour to finally subdue this demonic beast. Roar. The white-haired devil ape was still roaring instinctively, but it did not sound like it was angry. Its voice had lost its wild and menacing tone. The white-haired devil ape no longer rammed around. It foolishly stood on the same spot as if it had lost its mind. Phew! Qiao Shishir let out a long sigh of relief. She closed her eyes and collapsed into Qin Feng's arms. Even with the help of Qin Feng's pills, Qiao Shishir's mental strength was exhausted. She felt as if she had not slept for 10 days and 10 nights. She fell asleep in Qin Feng's arms. For a moment, Qin Feng did not know what was going on. He did not know if Qiao Shishir had subdued the demonic beast or if she had failed. When Qin Feng saw Qiao Shishir's pale face and chapped lips, he lowered his head and kissed Qiao Shishir's lips. Then, he transferred some of his inner qi into her body. Waves of cool air flowed through Qiao Shishir's meridians, and she felt very comfortable. Qiao Shishir's mouth was dry, and she instinctively licked her lips. However, her lips came into contact with something soft. Ah! What are you doing? Qiao Shishir was startled and shyly pushed Qin Feng away. She realized that Qin Feng had secretly kissed her. Qin Feng could not help but kiss her. Now that he had regained his senses, he felt a little embarrassed. Ahem, Shishir, did you subdue the demonic beast? I saw you fainted, so I wanted to wake you up as soon as possible. Qiao Shishir shyly rolled her eyes at Su Yan. Then she leaped off the tree. When the white demonic ape saw Qiao Shishir, it was as if it had seen its master. It ran to Qiao Shishir and jumped around excitedly. Qin Feng was so shocked that he almost fell from the top of the tree when he saw a ferocious demon beast suddenly reveal a childlike smile and act childishly. Qin Feng, don't kill it. I've subdued the white demonic ape. She will be my pet from now on. Xiao Shishir stopped Qin Feng as soon as he landed. The white demonic ape was not as obedient to Qin Feng as it was to Xiao Shishir. It suddenly bared its sharp fangs and roared at Qin Feng. Xiao Shishir quickly patted the white demonic ape's arm and said, "Demonic ape, this is my friend. Don't be agitated." The white demonic ape seemed to understand Xiao Shishir's words and really quieted down. Qin Feng was speechless. This ferocious demonic beast had forced him to use Star Tech's blue laser gun. In the end, it was subdued by Xiao Shishir's mental power and became her pet. However, Qin Feng was satisfied with this result. With the white demonic ape protecting Xiao Shishir, Qin Feng did not have to worry. Shishir, why did you come to Devil Beast Mountain again?
Come with me.
Qin Feng came up and pulled Xiao Shishir. Xiao Shishir shyly struggled out of Qin Feng's hand. Actually, Xiao Shishir's emotions were complicated recently. She had a good impression of teacher Xiao Feng, but she often missed Qin Feng. Xiao Shishir felt that she had become a bad woman. She missed two men at the same time. To be responsible for herself, Qin Feng, and Xiao Feng, she decided to disappear and hide.
Qin Feng, you should leave now.
This is the depths of Devil Beast Mountain. There are many ferocious beasts here. Don't be fooled by the white demonic ape's ferocious appearance. There are many demonic beasts as powerful as this one. You will be in danger if you stay here. Xiao Shishir did not want to leave and tried to persuade Qin Feng to leave. Qin Feng did not want to waste his breath. He carried Xiao Shishir on his shoulder and patted her, but as he rushed to Zhang Keku's side, "You're disobedient, aren't you? Then I'll have to punish you. Since Devil Beast Mountain is dangerous, how can I leave you here? Let's go out together." Xiao Shishir lay on Qin Feng's shoulder and kicked his back, but she could not break free. The white demonic ape followed Qin Feng all the way back to Zhang Keku's side. Roar! As soon as they arrived, the glacial snow mastiff and flaming golden falcon became agitated. The two battle pets stood in front of Zhang Keku and glared at the white demonic ape. The white demonic ape was enraged. It dashed forward to fight the two battle pets. Xiao Shishir was so frightened that she stopped struggling and shouted at the white demonic ape to stop. Chapter 1083.
Wow.
This gorilla is so cute. Its fur is as white as snow, and there's even a small tuft of red hair on its head. Quick, squat down and let me touch its fur. Qin Feng and Xiao Shishir were stunned. They watched as Zhang Keku ran to the white-furred demonic ape and played with it like a pet dog. After all, it was a true chi-stage demonic beast. Roar! The white-furred demonic ape was so enraged that smoke was rising from its head. It opened its bloody mouth at Zhang Keku, but Xiao Shishir quickly stopped it. "Little white, don't." After the white-furred demonic ape was subdued by Xiao Shishir, it was very obedient to her. Although it felt wronged, it could only stand at the side and let Zhang Keku pull its fur here and there. Qin Feng could not stand it anymore. He pulled Zhang Keku into his arms and said, "Stop. You've already plucked all its fur." Zhang Keku pouted and said, "Big brother Qin Feng, can you help me pluck a strand of red hair from the gorilla's head?" Qin Feng's mouth twitched. The red hair was probably the demonic ape's reverse scale, so he would not do anything stupid to it. Xiao Shishir was a little disappointed when she saw the intimate scene between Qin Feng and Zhang Keku. She leaped onto the white-furred demonic ape's shoulder and ordered it to move deeper into Devil Beast Mountain. Qin Feng immediately chased after Xiao Shishir and pulled her back. "Shishir, come with me to Hero City. I have a few friends there." Xiao Shishir struggled on Qin Feng's shoulder, but she could not break free. Qin Feng did not waste any more time and brought Xiao Shishir and Zhang Keku back to Hero City. The group of beauties and Lu Jia were dumbfounded when they saw the 3 humans and 3 demonic beasts standing in Hero City. When Lu Jia arrived, he found out that Big Brother Qin Feng had gone to look for Zhang Keke. When he finally saw Big Brother Qin Feng, he found out that Big Brother Qin Feng had kidnapped a woman and a giant white-furred demonic ape. Lu Jie could understand the woman, but what was the meaning of the white-furred demonic ape? Was Big Brother Qin Feng so powerful that he had to kill a man-ape?
Huh.
Isn't this Sure? You're here too. Lu Jie quickly recognized Xiao Sure and greeted her. Xiao Sure had already landed on the ground. When she saw the bustling scene in Hero City, she was stunned. As a matter of fact, Xiao Sure was a frequent visitor to Devil Beast Mountain. She had noticed the castle here, but she didn't expect it to belong to Qin Feng. Sure, you're here too. That's great. At this moment, Hua Yan and Chang Xian arrived. Hua Yan hugged Xiao Shure's arm and jumped around. Xiao Shure was dumbfounded. She said with a dazed expression, Hua Yan? Teacher Chang Xian, why are both here? Yes, Shure. Lu Jie and I have been in Hero City for a long time. Teacher Chang Xian just arrived today. Hua Yan introduced everyone. Xiao Shure was baffled. She remembered that Hua Yan and Chang Xian had an unexplainable relationship with Qiao Feng. Also, Lu Jie had acknowledged Qiao Feng as his boss. Why did these people come to Qin Feng's side? Due to Xiao Shure's special identity, she often came and went alone. Her information was very limited, and she still didn't know the relationship between Qin Feng and Qiao Feng. Hua Yan, why are all of you in Hero City? Aren't you with Qiao Feng? Xiao Shure couldn't hold back her curiosity and asked. Lu Jie and the other two looked at Xiao Shure as if they were looking at an alien. Xiao Shure was embarrassed by their stares. Shure, don't you know that Qin Feng is Qiao Feng? Qin Feng is Qiao Feng, and he also has the identity of Qing Ling. This guy likes to switch identities to pick up girls, Hua Yan said mercilessly. Qin Feng rolled his eyes. Suddenly, Xiao Shure's mind went blank. She was stunned by the news. So Qin Feng is Qiao Feng? It seems that Xiao Shure likes Qiao Feng and Qin Feng are the same person. The burden in Xiao Shure's heart was lifted. The girls gathered around Qin Feng. Zhao Lingxian and the others were speechless when they saw Qin Feng had picked up another fairy-like beauty while he was looking for Zhang Keke. Han Ying had suggested the girls to tie Qin Feng up and stop him from fooling around. Now, the girls agreed with her suggestion and decided to tie Qin Feng up while he was asleep. When Qin Feng returned, the girls gathered around him. Although everyone was a little jealous, they were mostly happy. These women would quarrel in private, but in front of Qin Feng, they tried their best to avoid fighting. While Qin Feng played with the girls, Lu Jie, Long Hair, and Huang Jingguo were attracted by the gigantic white-furred demonic ape. They surrounded it and studied it.
Huh?
Big Brother Qin Feng, you're finally back. Suddenly, a burst of laughter rang in the air. Everyone quieted down and looked at Qin Feng with a strange expression. The person who came was Qin Yi, who had been killed before. Now that he appeared again, the girls were worried that Qin Feng wouldn't be able to handle it. Qin Feng's expression was calm, but his heart was in turmoil. Looking at Qin Yi, who was walking toward him from afar, Qin Feng was in a trance. Half a year ago, the Amethyst Dragon Palace suffered heavy casualties. Qin Feng escaped to the provincial capital with severe injuries. Li Xiaojie, Sima Tu, and Qin Yi died on the spot. Later on, Li Xiaojie came back to life, and now, Qin Yi was also alive. Qin Yi, you're still alive. Qin Feng took a step forward and hugged Qin Yi. Actually, Qin Feng had heard about this from Yun Xiao in the provincial capital, but he pretended not to know. While hugging Qin Yi, Qin Feng carefully examined his body. Li Xiaojie came back to life because the Verdant sect had replaced his organs. Qin Feng was worried that Qin Yi had done the same. In this case, Qin Feng's identity still had to be investigated. Big brother, we're almost done hugging. If we continue, the sisters-in-law will think we're gay. Qin Yi laughed and got up from Qin Feng's arms. Qin Feng didn't sense any corpse aura or the evil aura unique to the Verdant sect's disciples.
Haha.
Great, this is great. Now, all the grandchildren of the Qin clan have gathered. I'll stay in Hero City for a few days, then I'll take you to the Qin clan to meet Grandpa and the others. Qin Feng quickly regained his composure. He couldn't see through Qin Yi, but he didn't say it out loud. I've heard about the recent events. Big Brother led the Qin clan back to the top of the 4 major clans in the provincial capital. Now, the secular world of China is proud of Big Brother Qin. I had some conflicts with Big Brother before. Please forgive me, Big Brother. I was young and impulsive back then. Qin Yi had changed a lot when he saw him again. When Qin Yi was conferred the title of Young Master One of Jin City, he was resourceful and was called Little Zhuge. However, at that time, Qin Yi was too frivolous, arrogant, and full of youthful vigor. He was too smart for his own good. After more than half a year, Qin Yi was much more mature and unfathomable. Qin Feng patted his shoulder and said with a smile, "Conflicts and friction are common between brothers. It's good that you came back alive. Let's go, let's find a quiet place to have a good chat. How have you been these past half a year?" Qin Feng had already taken Qin Yi to the villa. The women usually clung to Qin Feng, but when there was something important, they were very obedient and didn't say anything. Seeing Qin Feng and Qin Yi enter the villa, the women all had worried expressions on their faces. Big sister Ling Xian, wasn't Qin Yi always plotting against Qin Feng? I heard he died in the Amethyst Dragon Palace. Why did he suddenly come back? It's quite scary. Lin Beibei asked nervously. Zhao Ling Xian wrapped her arm around Lin Beibei's arm and said coldly, "I don't know why Qin Yi didn't die. I don't know why he suddenly came back. In any case, I don't like Qin Yi. He wasn't a good person before. Sisters, be on your guard against Qin Yi in the future. Now that Hero City has just been built, Qin Yi suddenly came back. I don't think he's plotting against Hero City," Han Ying said. Back then, she was the clearest about Qin Yi and his people's little schemes. Han Ying was still worried about Qin Yi. Before, the women didn't like each other and were jealous. Now that they felt that Qin Feng was in danger, they instantly united. No one was bickering. Qin Feng brought Qin Yi into the villa. The two of them sat across from each other at the coffee table in the living room. "Big Brother, I suddenly came back without telling you. Also, I disappeared for more than half a year. You didn't scare Big Brother, did you?" Qin Yi acted as if he had returned to his own home. He didn't feel restrained at all. Qin Feng sat calmly and said, "How could I be surprised? I was surprised. It was all a misunderstanding. I've always felt guilty about what happened to you. Now that everything has been settled, Qin Wudao and Qin Xiao are working together to develop Qin Manor. I'm sure if they know you're still alive, they'll be as happy as I am." Qin Ye's expression changed slightly. No one knew what he was thinking, but he quickly regained his composure. "Haha. I came back in a hurry and didn't have time to tell them. However, I see that Big Brother's Hero City is also developing, and I really like it here. If it's possible, let Big Brother Wudao and Big Brother Qin Xiao develop Qin Manor. I'll help Big Brother Qin Feng develop Hero City. It'll make up for my previous mistakes." Qin Feng was worried about Qin Ye's willingness to stay in Hero City. Qin Feng was sincerely happy that Qin Yi was still alive. However, Hero City was Qin Feng's base. His women were all here. Qin Feng couldn't let Qin Yi stay here until he trusted him completely. "Qin Yi, there are many people helping me manage Hero City. It's a waste of your talent if you stay here. Why don't you go to the provincial capital?" The situation in the provincial capital has changed drastically. The 4 major families have been replaced, and Qin Manor has become the #1 family. They're in urgent need of manpower, Qin Feng said with a smile. Qin Yi didn't panic even though he was rejected. He smiled calmly and said, "Big Brother, we're cousins. We share the same blood. There's no need for us to talk in such a vague way. I know Big Brother is still wary of me. It's completely understandable. To prove my sincerity, I can tell Big Brother about an experimental base of the Verdant sect to prove my innocence." Qin Feng's expression changed slightly. He asked, "Qin Yi, where have you been for the past 6 months? What happened?" Qin Ye's eyes gradually became empty. He seemed to be recalling his experiences in the past 6 months. During the battle at the Amethyst Dragon Palace, I thought I was dead. I didn't expect to wake up later. Li Xiaojie woke up with me. The two of us were captured by the Verdant sect and were saved. However, Sima Tu's experiment failed and he died. Although Li Xiaojie and I are still alive, our lives are worse than death. We became the Verdant sect's lab rats. The Verdant sect is worse than pigs and dogs. They have been secretly experimenting with the living dead. They replaced Li Xiaojie and my organs with those of dead bodies and made us use corpse qi to cultivate. That transformation process was the most painful period of my life. I even thought of suicide. However, I clenched my teeth and persevered in order to take revenge and see Big Brother and the Qin family again. Chapter 1084. Qin spoke for a long time. Toward the end, he became agitated. Blue veins popped up on his arms. It seemed as though he couldn't wait to kill those bastards from the Verdant sect. Qin Feng's heart palpitated. He didn't expect that Qin Yi had been tortured so cruelly in the past half a year. Qin Feng and the Verdant sect had been irreconcilable enemies for a long time. This time, the Verdant sect had tortured Qin Yi until he was neither a human nor a ghost. Qin Feng was enraged. Bang! Qin Feng slammed his palm down and shattered the glass tea table into pieces. Qin Yi, take me to the Verdant sect's research base now. I want to destroy the Verdant sect. Qin Yi woke up from his reminiscence. He looked at Qin Feng and said, Big brother, the research base I'm in is only a small base of the Verdant sect. Why don't we wait for a few more days? I'll investigate the other bases of the Verdant sect and wipe them out in one fell swoop. Qin Feng pondered for a moment. Then he waved his hand and said, There's no need to wait. The Verdant sect is a heartless organization. They will destroy every base they discover. I'm sure the higher-ups of the Verdant sect have already discovered your secret escape. If we don't get there in time, that base might be relocated. Moreover, the Verdant sect is much stronger than you and I have imagined. It's best to destroy their bases one by one. If we want to capture them all in one fell swoop, we'll need a very powerful force. Although Qin Feng hated the Verdant sect to the core, he wouldn't lose his mind over it. Not long ago in the Devil City, Qin Feng had fought with the ghost-face evil king, who turned out to be a ninth-layer heretic cultivator. It seemed that the sect master behind the scenes of the Verdant sect was not as simple as he seemed. Who knew what realm he had reached? After Qin Yi heard Qin Feng's words, he nodded and said, Big brother's analysis is reasonable. Then let's not delay and prepare now. We'll charge over tonight, alright. You've just escaped from the Verdant sect, so you must not be eating or sleeping well for the next few days. Go and get some rest. I'll meet you at 7 tonight, and then we'll go to the Verdant sect experimental base. After Qin Feng arranged everything, Qin Yi didn't object and left first. After Qin Yi left, Qin Feng walked to the floor-to-ceiling window and looked at the group of cute and beautiful women strolling along the beach. The sun shone down on Hero City and enveloped this sacred land in a golden light. This was the castle that Qin Feng had spent blood, sweat, and tears to build. It was the home that he had built for these women. Qin Feng would not allow anyone to destroy all of this, not even his cousin Qin Yi. After a while, Lu Jie, Huang Jingua, and the others walked in. Young Master Qin, you were looking for us? The important people in charge of Hero City's security had arrived. They didn't play around with Qin Feng like they usually did. Instead, they stood in a row with serious expressions on their faces. This was because they were wary of Qin Ye's sudden appearance. After Qin Feng finished talking with Qin Yi, everyone guessed that Qin Feng had something important to announce. Lu Jie, Huang Jingua, long hair, Hua Bei, Hua Tua, Qin Feng glanced at them, and his voice was grave. Everyone, I'm going out tonight. Guard Hero City well, and don't let any outsiders enter Hero City. Even if you lose your head, you have to protect the sisters-in-law. Do you understand? It was rare for Qin Feng to be so serious. His body radiated a dignified aura. At this moment, he was fully deserving of being the city lord of Hero City. The normally silly Lu Jie and the others were even more serious than Qin Feng. Lu Jie stood up and said, "Young Master Qin, I don't think Qin Yi is reliable. How about young Master Qin send him to the capital, just in case?" In the beginning, Qin Fen also wanted to send Qin Yi back to the capital. However, Qin Yi was his cousin, and after Qin Fen learned of his grandfather's good intentions, he felt guilty toward Qin Ye's younger brothers. This time, Qin Yi had escaped from death. If what he said was true, then Qin Yi had suffered for the past half a year, and all of this had something to do with Qin Feng. Qin Fen wanted to use tonight's operation to test Qin Yi. If Qin Yi was sincere about turning over a new leaf and submitting to Qin Fen like Qin Wudao and Qin Shao, then his brothers would work together. This was what Qin Fen wanted to see. "I have my own arrangements. Just do as I say." Qin Fen's voice became cold. Lu Jie immediately cupped his fists and said, "Yes, young Master Qin. I, Lu Jie, swear to protect the sisters-in-law and the safety of Hero City with my life. Huang Jinghua swears to protect our homeland with his life. Longhair swears to protect our homeland with his life." The three of them swore a blood oath. Hua Tuo and Hua Bei also nodded to express their agreement. Qin Fen planned to leave Shimin Shui and Ouyang Feng in Hero City tonight. Moreover, those women were all martial artists and had the ability to protect themselves. Qin Fen could then follow Qin Yi to the Verdant Gate base without any worries. After Qin Fen finished giving instructions to Lu Jie and the others, they left to make arrangements. Not long after they left, a large group of beautiful women rushed in. "Qin Fen, are you all right?" Zhao Lingxian rushed in first and held Qin Fen's arm to check on him. "I'm fine. I'm going to destroy one of Verdant Gate's bases with Qin Yi tonight. To prevent Qin Yi from luring us away, I've strengthened the security of Hero City. Everyone, be on your guard tonight. If you see anything out of the ordinary, call me in the Hero Alliance. I'll come back immediately to protect everyone." Qin Fen looked at the girls and saw that they all looked nervous. "I'm fine." The more the women listened, the more worried they became. They didn't have high hopes for Qin Yi, and now they felt that there was something wrong with him. "Qin Fen, why don't you stay? Qin Yi, Sima Tu, and Li Xiaojie worked together to suppress you. Qin Yi was killed in the battle at the Amethyst Dragon Palace. It had nothing to do with you. You've already done your best, so don't feel guilty." Han Ying knew what happened half a year ago the best because she had joined Qin Ye's team and tricked Qin Fen in the business world. Han Ying felt a stabbing pain in her heart when she thought about it. She regretted betraying Qin Fen the most in her life. If she could turn back time, she would rather die than betray Qin Fen. Qin Fen pulled Han Ying into his arms and gently smoothed her furrowed brows. He smiled and said, "All right, let bygones be bygones. You'll be the new Han Ying when you come back from America. Build a business empire for me in the future as compensation." Han Ying was deeply moved by Qin Fen's words. She swore in her heart that she would use the rest of her life to make up for her mistake and make Qin Fen the richest person on earth. Since Han Ying failed to dissuade Qin Fen, the other women didn't plan to dissuade him either. Hua Yan stepped forward and said, "Qin Fen, I'll go with you tonight. I can't stand those bastards from the Verdant sect any longer. I'll kill them to my heart's content tonight. I want to go as well. I want to eliminate evil for the people." Ren Xiaoyao also stepped forward. Lin Bei, Bai Qing, Zhao Lingxian, Lu Wenjing, a large group of women surrounded Qin Fen and requested to go with him. Qin Fen smiled and patted their heads. "How about this? Hua Yan, Xiaoyao, and Xiaoli come with me tonight. The rest of you stay in Hero City and wait for us to come back." Qin Fen chose the three most powerful women. Hua Yan and Ren Xiaoyao had the strength of a Stage 8 Inner Qi martial artist. Xiaoli was a Stage 6 Inner Qi martial artist and was as powerful as a Stage 8 Inner Qi martial artist. The rest of the women pouted unhappily. However, they knew that once Qin Fen had made up his mind, there was no point in arguing with him. The women began to thirst for strength. They didn't want Qin Fen to always take the risk. They wanted to break through their cultivation as soon as possible so that they could fight alongside Qin Fen in the future. Hua Yan and the other two women followed Qin Fen after he settled the women down. Qin Fen left the glacial snow mastiff and the flaming golden eagle in Hero City to protect the women. Qin Fen, I'll go with you tonight. I'll bring the white-haired devil ape to help you. Qiao Shishir and Chang Xian ran over after everything was arranged. The two women were chatting in Chang Xian's house. When they learned that Qin Fen was going to the Verdensect base, they immediately rushed over. Qin Fen thought it was a good idea to bring Qiao Shishir along. The white-haired devil ape was a powerful demonic beast, and it only listened to Qiao Shishir. Shishir, come with us. Tonight, you just need to command the white-haired devil ape to fight. Don't do anything stupid, Qin Fen said while caressing Qiao Shishir's head. As a spirit beast master, Qiao Shishir's spiritual energy was stronger than Qin Fen's. However, her strength wasn't that great. She was only a stage 2 inner chi martial artist. Qin Fen, the Verdensect you're going to fight is very powerful, right? Can I go with you? Chang Xian had just joined the martial artist circle, so there were many things she didn't know. Qin Fen looked at Chang Xian, who had just broken through to stage 1 inner chi, and said, Big sister Xian, you don't have to go. Stay in Hero City and cultivate. Chang Xian realized that she was too weak, and Qin Fen did not dare to take her to fight. This made Chang Xian feel guilty, and she said with determination, All right, I'll work hard on my cultivation and try to catch up to this sister's progress. After everything was properly arranged, Qin Fen waited until 6:30 and called Qinyi over. Dinner was ready, and the girls gathered around Qin Fen. Every now and then, they would raise their heads to look at Qin Fen. Qin Fen knew what the girls were thinking, but they didn't say anything since Qinyi was there. After dinner, Qin Fen led the group and set off. Big brother, are we going with just these people? Qinyi was speechless when he saw the 4 girls and the ape behind Qin Fen. Qin Fen didn't mind. He smiled and said, Actually, it's more than enough for me to go with you. It's just that these girls want to see the world, so I'm bringing them along to have some fun. Qin Fen wasn't boasting. If Qinyi didn't play any tricks and really brought him to the Verdensect's research base, Qin Fen wouldn't be afraid of the people from the Verdensect with his current strength, which was comparable to stage 1 true chi, plus his flying sword and star tech. Qinyi hadn't seen Qin Fen for more than half a year, so he didn't know Qin Fen's current strength. Even if he heard some rumors about Qin Fen, seeing it with his own eyes and hearing about it couldn't be compared. Ahem, big brother, the Verdensect is full of evil cultivators. Their methods are insidious and changeable. I think it's safer to bring more people. Also, don't bring these sisters-in-law. If something happens to them, I won't be able to bear the responsibility, Qinyi said as he glanced at Hua Yan and the girls. Hua Yan was already on guard against Qinyi. Seeing him being so wishy-washy, she immediately became unhappy. Why are you acting like a girl when you're a man? Are you looking down on us women? Why don't we have a fight first? I'm not sure if you can beat me. Qinyi immediately felt deflated. It wasn't good for him to quarrel with these women. Qin Fen stood up and said, All right, let's move quickly. Otherwise, the Verdensect will move the base away. Seeing that Qin Fen had made up his mind, Qinyi didn't say anything more. If that's the case, everyone should be careful tonight. If we really can't beat them, retreat immediately. Saving our lives is more important. Hua Yan and the girls glanced at Qinyi coldly and didn't say anything. Qin Fen patted Qinyi's shoulder and said, Let's go. You lead the way. Everyone left Hero City. Under the cover of the night, they drove 2 cars and sped away. Chapter 1085. Qinyi, where is the Verdensect research base? Qin Fen asked while lying leisurely in the passenger seat. Qinyi said as he drove, It's in Acropolis City's coiled Snake Mountain. The Verdensect dug a mountain peak into an underground base. That place is very hidden. Qin Fen was slightly taken aback. He had stayed in Acropolis City for more than 20 years, but he had never discovered the Verdengate's base hidden in coiled Snake Mountain. When Qin Fen raced with Wei Xiaolei on coiled Snake Mountain, He even killed Wei Xiaolei and Williams. It was also during that race that Qin Feng met Su Qiuyu for the first time. As the car slowly drove into Coiled Snake Mountain, Qin Feng felt a bit emotional. Qin Feng had practically been to every corner of Acropolis City, and every place had sweet memories with different women. How many Verdant Sect disciples are there in this base? Qin Feng felt that he was almost at the base because he could smell the stench of corpses in the air. Qin Yi became somewhat nervous and said, "Many. At least 300 to 500 people. Moreover, there is a Verdant Sect's Grand Monarch overseeing them." Although Qin Feng had been enemies with the Verdant Sect for a long time, he still didn't know much about the internal affairs of the Verdant Sect. What does the Great King mean? Big brother, the Verdant Sect was passed down from the Beggar Sect in history. It used to be the biggest sect in the world, but due to the large number of its members, there were endless internal strife. Their behavior was hovering between the righteous and the evil. Later on, the Verdant Sect started to practice the evil ways, and a large group of evil cultivators emerged. These evil cultivators eventually ruled the Verdant Sect, and it has been developing to this day. There is a very strict hierarchy within the Verdant Sect. There are 5 kings, one of which is the Ghost-Face Evil Lord. He is the sect master of the Verdant Sect, and he leads over 100,000 disciples of the Verdant Sect that are spread all over the world. Below him are the 5 kings, who are responsible for guarding the 5 important bases. Below them are the 9 pouch elders, protectors, and disciples, and the experimental base we're going to attack tonight is guarded by one of the 5 kings, the ghost-faced Yin King. Qin Yi's introduction was very detailed. Qin Feng increasingly felt that Qin Yi had really changed for the better. Qin Feng asked, "Is Ghastly Evil King also one of the 5 kings of the Verdant Sect?" Qin Yi was stunned for a moment and said, "Yeah, big brother, have you ever met the Ghost-Face Evil King? It is said that he is a 9th stage evil cultivator, and his strength is comparable to that of a 1st stage true Qi martial cultivator. He is extremely powerful." Qin Yi still didn't know Qin Feng's true strength, so Qin Feng didn't say much. He didn't mention that he had killed the Ghost-Face Evil King. There was a cemetery behind the Coiled Snake Mountain. No wonder the Verdant Sect chose this place as their base. Ordinary people wouldn't come to such a place. Moreover, the Verdant Sect belonged to the evil cultivators, so they preferred this kind of place where Yin Qi gathered, as it was beneficial to their cultivation. "Big brother, we're almost there." Qin Yi suddenly slowed down and stopped halfway up the hill. Hua Yan's car also stopped behind Qin Feng's car, and both cars turned off their lights. "Big brother, we're almost there." Everyone got out of the car. They were all dressed in black, as if they wanted to blend into the night. "Qin Feng, have we arrived?" Hua Yan and the other girls surrounded Qin Feng. Qin Feng nodded and said in a low voice, "According to Qin Ye's information, there are at least 300 to 500 Verdant Sect disciples in this base, and there is also a powerful Ghost-Face Evil King. Everyone, be careful. If you can't defeat them, run. Don't get hurt, do you hear me?" Qin Feng wasn't worried about himself and Qin Yi. He was afraid that these women would get hurt. Hua Yan, Ren Xiaoyao, and Xiao Shishir nodded. Xia Li kept checking the surroundings. She frowned as if she had something on her mind, but she didn't say anything. "This is the topographic map I stole when I came out. Big brother, sister-in-law, take a look." Qin Yi took out a map from his pocket. Qin Feng shone his flashlight on the map. Everyone glanced at it and memorized it. "Big brother, this base has 4 exits. Why don't we split up and attack from 4 different directions? We'll meet at the underground laboratory," Qin Yi suggested. As Prince Wen of Jinqing City, he was very smart. Qin Feng immediately shook his head and rejected the idea. "No need to split up. We'll all attack from the main entrance." Qin Feng was worried that Xiao Shishir and the other girls would be in danger if they split up. He had to bring the 4 girls with him and keep them in his line of sight at all times. Qin Yi nodded and said, "All right. We'll follow your plan, big brother." Xiao Shishir and the other girls nodded. Of course, they would follow Qin Feng's plan. After they reached an agreement, Qin Feng bought 5 night vision goggles from the system and distributed them to the 5 of them. When they put on the goggles, The night before them became as bright as day.
Wow.
Qin Feng, where did you get this high-tech gadget from? This goggles is insane. Hua Yan couldn't help but exclaim. Rin Xiaoyao and the other girls were shocked as well. Their mouths were wide open and they looked adorable. Qin Yu was shocked. Half a year ago, when he went against Qin Feng, he discovered that this big brother of his was very mysterious. Now that they met again, he realized that Qin Feng was even more mysterious. All right, let's move out now. Qin Yi will take the lead. Hua Yan, the four of you follow behind me. Xiao Shi, you bring the white-haired demonic ape to cover us. After Qin Feng arranged the team, he took the lead and set off. He leaped and disappeared into the night. Even though Xiao Shi and the other girls were wearing night vision goggles, they couldn't see Qin Feng's trail. All they saw was a flash of pink light. In the blink of an eye, he landed on a hill several hundred meters away. Rumble. A deafening explosion resounded in the air. Qin Feng shot out dozens of fireballs from his palms, illuminating half of the hill. The entrance to the Verdant Sect research base was right under Qin Feng's feet. The fireballs rained down and destroyed the hill, revealing the entrance to a deep pit. I'll go in first. Qin Feng leaped into the Verdant Sect space. Qin Yi and the others finally regained their senses. They were dumbfounded by Qin Feng's strength. Sisters-in-law, let's follow him, swoosh. Qin Yi had already set off at lightning speed. Xiao Shi and the other girls were a little slower. After a few seconds, they arrived at the edge of the deep pit. The sound of a fierce battle came from underground. It sounded like a bomb had been detonated. Xiao Shi and the other girls' expressions changed drastically. They were so worried about Qin Feng that they jumped into the pit without a second thought.
Who's that?
How dare you break into the Verdant Sect research base at night? You're courting death. As soon as they arrived at the bottom of the pit, they saw a dozen Verdant Sect disciples in black robes surrounding Qin Feng. Qin Feng wielded a long sword that was as pure as the moon. He swung the long sword lightly, and as if he was channeling the power of the moon god, he sliced 5 or 6 Verdant Sect disciples who were charging at him into half. Qin Yi dashed forward and fought side by side with Qin Feng. He took out a pair of boxing spikes and threw them at the Verdant Sect disciples.
Bang! Bang! Bang!
Deafening noises resounded in the underground pit. Half a year ago, Qin Yi had yet to enter the Tao, but now, his strength was comparable to a stage 6 inner chi martial artist. However, Qin Feng felt a chilly wind blowing from all directions. It seemed to have come from Qin Ye's body when he was fighting. It was at this moment that Xiao Li appeared beside Qin Feng. Be careful, master. Xiao Li had become even more powerful in this graveyard. The chilly wind was so chilly that it scared Hua Yan and the other girls. However, Hua Yan and Rin Xiaoyao were experienced women, so they quickly regained their senses. One of them swung the blood shadow whip, while the other swung the waning moon sword.
Bang! Bang!
The narrow tunnel was filled with a few people. Sword chi, whip shadows, fist winds, and chilly winds rang out. The Verdant Sect disciples couldn't even withstand a single blow. In an instant, a large number of them were knocked down by Qin Feng and the others. Big brother, let's hurry and kill our way to the laboratory hall. The ghastly king of Een usually stays there. The objective of this operation is to kill the ghastly king of Een so that we can deal a heavy blow to the Verdant Sect. Qin Yi looked anxious. He took the lead and flew into the tunnel, ready to lead the way. In fact, these Verdant Sect disciples were just small fries. It was pointless to kill them all. Qin Feng's real objective was to kill the ghastly king of Een and destroy the laboratory hall. Only then could he deal a heavy blow to the Verdant Sect. Everyone, be careful. Qin Feng glanced at the 4 girls behind him. The 4 girls nodded their heads repeatedly. Then, they rushed into the depths of the tunnel. Along the way, many Verdant Sect disciples tried to stop them, but they were instantly killed by Qin Feng and the others. 10 minutes later, they arrived at the laboratory hall. The space inside the hall was much more spacious than before. It was built like a hotel room, with corridors in the east, west, north, and south, and rooms on both sides. There were many verdant sect disciples in the hall. When they saw Qin Feng and the others rushing into the hall, they were all startled. "Who are you? How dare you intrude into the verdant sect's laboratory? Grand Elder, there's no need to waste your breath on them. There's a way out for them, but they chose to barge into hell. Recently, the laboratory hall has been expanding, and we're in need of lab rats. These people have come at the right time. Everyone, let's go together and capture these people alive." After a brief moment of panic, the verdant sect disciples became fierce. One of the elders issued an order, and all the verdant sect disciples in the hall pounced on Qin Feng. Buzz! A strange energy fluctuation reverberated in the air. Qiao Shishir, who stood at the back of the crowd, suddenly floated into the air. Her long hair fluttered to the top of her head, and she looked like a demoness who had gone mad. This was the first time Hua Yan, Ren Xiaoyao, and Xiao Li witnessed Qiao Shishir's ability. The three girls were puzzled. Qiao Shishir was only a stage 2 inner chi martial artist, so why did Qin Feng bring her here? The three girls were dumbfounded when they saw Qiao Shishir's ability.
Roar! Roar!
The white-furred demonic ape that had been guarding the back of the group suddenly went berserk. Everyone thought this ape was tall and big, but it was adorable. Who would have thought it would be so ferocious when it was enraged? The white-furred demonic ape also rushed forward. It swung its arms and spun on the ground. The dozens of verdant sect disciples that had pounced on it were instantly smashed into the wall or the ground and turned into meat paste. This was a demonic beast that had stepped into stage 1 true chi. Even Qin Feng had a headache dealing with it. How could it be a joke when it went berserk? Oh no! These people have brought a demonic beast here. Quick, call the rest of the elders and the elder of technique. Also, bring Lord Ghastly Mask Een King out. The elder of the verdant sect was scared out of his wits, and he hastily called for more people. The verdant sect's disciples suddenly shouted into the air, producing a strange, ear-piercing sound. This was the verdant sect's special signal. A few seconds after the sound was heard, hundreds of people suddenly rushed out of the 4 rows of houses and surrounded Qin Feng and the others in the hall. Roar! The white-furred demonic ape was enraged by these people. It raised its head and roared at the sky. The roar alone was enough to intimidate everyone. The hall shook violently, and some chandeliers fell to the ground. Gravel and dust fell from the walls.
Bang!
Suddenly, there was another loud noise in the hall. A man in a black robe with his face covered appeared out of nowhere. It was as if he had descended from the sky. When his feet landed on the ground, several cracks immediately appeared on the ground. The cracks spread all the way to the wall, and even the wall cracked. Qin Yi, how dare you escape without permission, betray the organization, and bring people here to cause trouble? Today is the day you die. Chapter 1086. Xiao Li, go guard the entrance of the base. Don't let anyone sneak in and attack. Qin Feng suddenly yelled at Xiao Li behind him. Hua Yan, the 3 women, and Qin Yi were dumbfounded. What did Qin Feng mean by calling Xiao Li to guard the door as soon as the ghost face In King came out? Master? Xiao Li was also quite puzzled and wanted to ask him to stay. She did not want to leave this place and wanted to fight alongside her master. Qin Feng's expression was solemn. There was a trace of disappointment and coldness in his eyes as he roared, I told you to get out. So get out.
Quick!
Xiao Li jumped in fright. Ever since she had followed Qin Feng, this was the first time her master had been so fierce to her. Xiao Li didn't know what was going on, so she could only jump into the tunnel and fly back. Only Qin Feng, Qin Yi, and Hua Yan were left in the hall. The 5 of them formed a small circle and cautiously observed the hundreds of verdant sect disciples around them. The white-haired demonic ape was still roaring. This demonic beast was already very intelligent, and it could sense that the strongest person in the group was the ghost face In King. It stared at the ghost face In King and prepared to attack. Ghost face In King, I've brought Big Brother Qin Feng here today to eradicate this experimental base of yours. The Verdant sect has committed all sorts of crimes and is neither human nor ghost. All of you will go to hell. When Qin Yi saw the ghost-facing king, he was instantly enraged. The ghost-facing king sneered, "GGG. You want to destroy this research base with just the few of you? Qin Yi, you secretly escaped right after you succeeded in your experiment. Today, you came back just in time." The ghastly masked king suddenly looked at Qin Feng and said, "And you, brat. So you're Qin Feng. The Verdant sect has already issued a kill order, and you're wanted all over the world. Since you've fallen into this daddy's hands tonight, I'll kill you and go back to the sect master to ask for reward." The ghost-facing king sneered again and again. He didn't put Qin Feng and the others in his eyes at all. The ghastly masked king had heard of Qin Feng's fame, but he wasn't afraid of him. There were more than 500 Verdant sect disciples in the base, but Qin Feng's side only sent 5 people. Weren't these people a little too confident? Qin Feng wasted no time and launched his attack. Qin Feng had always killed the Verdant sect's heartless bastards whenever he saw one. Whoosh! A pink light flashed and disappeared. A strong gust of wind suddenly swept through the entire hall. The starry sky flying sword moved as fast as lightning. Before everyone could react, the disciples of Verdant sect who stood in the outermost row had already fallen to the ground. They didn't even have the chance to scream before they died. Hiss! Everyone sucked in a breath of cold air, and the atmosphere in the hall froze. The attack speed of the cosmic flying sword was so fast and fierce that Qin Feng had killed more than a dozen Verdant sect disciples in a split second. However, no one knew what had happened just now. The ghost-face king's expression changed drastically, and he no longer had the confidence he had a moment ago. The disciples of the Verdant sect instinctively took a few steps back and looked at their fallen comrade with a puzzled expression. Even Hua Yan, the 2 women, and Qin Yi were shocked by Qin Feng's methods. They didn't know what was going on. Whoosh! However, the sword's hum had yet to fade, and it was still flying through the crowd. Hundreds of Verdant sect disciples surrounded Qin Feng's group of 5. But at this time, the disciples fell to the ground one by one like tarot cards. More and more people fell to the ground, and the speed of their fall was getting faster and faster. Rumble. The ghost-facing king finally figured out what was going on, and he flew toward Qin Feng with his palm. "Brat, you're courting death." His palm was still in the air, but it had already shattered half of the space above Qin Feng's head. A violent gust of chilly wind blew, and it was as if dozens of gales were blowing. Hua Yan and the other women couldn't even stand steadily, and their delicate bodies began to sway in the wind. "Get lost." Qin Feng raised his sword and slashed out with Moon's sorrowful sword. Half of the sky above him was suddenly shrouded by sword qi and pierced through the chilly wind. Bang! Bang! A loud sound came from the roof, and dozens of sword qi shattered the ceiling, causing rubble to fall. The ghost-faced king had already disappeared, and his movements were even faster than Qin Feng's. Moreover, he was accompanied by gusts of cold wind, which made Qin Feng feel somewhat panicked. Rumble. A chilly wind blew behind Qin Feng. Hua Yan and Ren Xiaoyao finally regained their senses when the ghost-facing king suddenly reappeared. They hurriedly rushed forward to help Qin Feng block the palm. However, a strange energy wave rippled out, and the snow-white white-furred demonic ape leaped down like an awakened ancient beast with a furious roar. Rumble. The ground trembled, and the white-furred demonic ape opened its bloody mouth and roared at the ghost-facing king. The palm hit the white-furred demonic ape's abdomen, but the demonic beast only took a step back, and it didn't seem to be injured. Bang! Bang! The white-furred demonic ape was completely enraged by the ghost-facing king, and it swung its iron arm at the ghost-facing king. The air exploded continuously, and it was the sound of air being pierced by the white-furred demonic ape. A trace of fear flashed through the ghost-facing king's eyes. This demonic beast's strength was beyond his expectations. Whoosh! The chilly wind blew, and the ghost-facing king disappeared again. These 2 exchanges happened in the blink of an eye. Only after Qin Feng had exchanged blows with the ghost face In King once did the three women and Qin Yi regain their senses and join the battle. This was the difference in strength between everyone and Qin Feng. Qin Feng's title as the strongest martial artist in China's secular world wasn't just for show. With Qin Feng's current strength, killing a stage 8 inner qi expert like Hua Yan was a piece of cake for him. Hua Yan and Xiao Yao, you two deal with the Verdant Sect disciples. Qin Yi, you destroy the internal laboratory and rescue the hostages. Xiao Shishir, deal with the ghost-facing king. I'll protect everyone. After a short exchange with the ghost-facing king, Qin Feng could tell that the old man's strength wasn't any weaker than the ghost-facing king. However, Qin Feng made a big discovery. The ghost-facing king wasn't an orthodox evil cultivator. His cultivation method was very unique. This was also the reason why Qin Feng drove Shaoli away as soon as the ghost-facing king appeared. Rumble. As soon as Qin Feng's voice fell, everyone immediately changed their formation and unleashed their killing moves. They didn't show any mercy to these deranged Verdant Sect disciples. The explosions in the laboratory were more intense than the battlefield. Ren Xiaoyao and Hua Yan had a tacit understanding of each other. Hua Yan brandished her blood shadow whip and attacked the Verdant Sect disciples from a distance. Ren Xiaoyao's moon bashful swordplay was so powerful that it was comparable to Qin Feng's moon morn. Qin Yi, hurry up. Qin Feng cooperated with Qin Yi and charged into the internal laboratory. With moon morn in his hand, Qin Feng controlled the starry sky flying swords attacks with his mind. Qin Yi was the weakest among them, but with Qin Feng's help, they charged all the way to the innermost door. Rumble. With a flash of pink light, the starry sky flying sword instantly pierced through the huge door. The door collapsed with a loud bang, revealing a completely different world inside. Big brother, I'm going in. Help me guard the door. Qin Yi disappeared from the laboratory with a leap. The disciples of the Verdant Sect swarmed around him like crazy, forming a dense crowd around the passageway. Rumble. Qin Feng stood alone at the entrance of the laboratory. With a wave of his hand, the long sword in his hand turned into a fiery red spear of rat halos. The spear danced in the air, and several fireballs flew out, instantly burning dozens of Verdant Sect disciples into ashes. The base was filled with the strong smell of corpse qi. Qin Feng had fought with the Verdant Sect several times before, so he was already used to it. Ren Xiaoyao and Hua Yan, on the other hand, were so disgusted that they had to hold their breath to fight. Otherwise, they would have fainted from the stench. In the hall, the most intense battle was between the white-haired devil ape and the ghastly mask-in king. Both of them were at the first stage of true qi. Every time they collided, the entire underground base would shake violently, as if there was an earthquake nearby. Although Qin Feng's side had fewer people, they were all existences, with astonishing combat strength. The hundreds of Verdant Sect disciples were instantly knocked down, and it looked like they had fallen into a disadvantageous position. The ghastly mask-in king was so angry that he screamed. He was no longer in the mood to waste time with the white-haired devil ape. Bursts of black mist burst out from his body, and he disappeared. Everyone, be careful. This black mist can confuse the mind. The three of you stand together and grab this sword. Qin Feng was already very familiar with the Verdant Sect's moves. This black mist corpse qi was quite terrifying. Qin Feng waved his hand, and an angel's sword flickering with a holy radiance flew into the air and landed in Hua Yan's hand. The three girls immediately stood back to back. The angel's sword emitted a holy radiance and dispersed the black mist. No black mist could approach within a 1-meter radius of the three girls. It was as if there was an invisible barrier protecting them. Roar! The white-haired devil ape also ran to the three girls' side to protect them. The black mist corpse qi quickly filled the entire hall, as if it had swallowed all the light. The hall was plunged into darkness. Fortunately, Qin Feng had given everyone a pair of night vision goggles before they came in. They hurriedly put on the goggles and were able to clearly see the situation around them. Elder of Impartation, set up the formation. The ghastly mask-in king's voice came from the black mist. Qin Feng immediately urged his thoughts, and the pink light pierced through the air. However, the starry sky flying sword didn't hit the ghastly mask King. This guy's movement speed was really fast. Jijiji. Ear-piercing strange noises drifted around the black mist. It sounded like laughter and crying at the same time. Although Hua Yan and the other two girls were very powerful, they were still young girls. Therefore, they trembled in fear when they heard the eerie and creepy noises. Then, the crowd witnessed a strange scene. Dozens of black-robed men suddenly appeared and piled up the injured disciples of the verdant sect. Dozens of cultivation-imparting elders stood in a strange formation and began to impart their cultivation to the injured disciples. After a short while, the verdant sect disciples that Qin Feng and the others had defeated with great difficulty were suddenly revived, as if they had never been injured. All the girls were dumbfounded. Even Qin Feng was shocked. Before they came here, Qin had told him about the hierarchy of the verdant sect. These elder of impartation were not very powerful, but they had cultivated the evil path since they were young. Therefore, they could impart their skills to restore the strength of the verdant sect disciples. A battle team of the verdant sect needed a king leader, elder of impartation, and ordinary disciples. This kind of battle team could never be defeated because the elder of impartation could constantly restore the strength of the verdant sect disciples. Even if the verdant sect disciples were killed, they could be summoned back to life for a short period of time. Qin Feng, these people are so abnormal. What should we do? Hua Yan and the other two girls were scared out of their wits. If they continued to fight like this, they wouldn't be able to defeat these verdant sect disciples, even if they died of exhaustion. Don't panic, everyone. Let's kill the elder of impartation of the verdant sect first. Let's see how they're going to impart their skills to us. Qin Feng roared angrily, and several loud noises came from his body. The killer book could only be used in a massacre. The more people he killed, the higher the level of the killer book and the stronger Qin Feng's strength would be. Ever since Qin Feng obtained the killer book, he had killed many wild beasts and outer disciples in the martial world during the martial world crisis. Then he had raised the killer book to the 3rd level. Chapter 1087.
Swoosh.
Qin Feng activated the killer book, and the starry sky flying sword turned into a pink light and flashed among the crowd. In a breath's time, a row of verdant sect disciples fell to the ground. To prevent the elders from healing their injuries, Qin Feng used the flying sword and pierced through their heads. Then, a series of explosions followed, turning the verdant sect disciples into a sea of blood. Hua Yan and the other two girls were dumbfounded. They knew Qin Feng was powerful, but they didn't know he could be so cruel when he was angry. However, the 3 girls quickly came back to their senses. All the evil cultivators of the green sect deserved to be killed. These people had harmed countless ordinary people. Killing them was the same as killing the evil and restoring peace and harmony to the land of Huaxia. Sisters, let's kill to our heart's content today. Hua Yan shouted, and the blood shadow whip in her hand slashed in the air. Hua Yan was a dual elemental demon cultivator with both fire and ice attributes. In order to prevent the elders from recovering their strength, Hua Yan purposely used fire attacks to burn the verdant sect's disciples into ashes. Xiao, xiao, xiao. Ren Xiao Yao's jade-like hands trembled, and the waning moon's sword spun rapidly. Sword chi filled the air, and a dozen verdant sect's disciples exploded in an instant. Xiao Shi didn't join the fight herself. She controlled the white demonic ape to fight the ghastly mask King. The hall was instantly turned into a living hell. Rumble. A loud explosion sounded behind the white demonic ape. Although this demonic beast was powerful, it was still a demonic beast, and its intelligence was no match for a human's. In addition to the black fog, the white demonic ape lost its sense of direction and quickly fell into a disadvantageous position. After retreating a few meters, the white demonic ape finally stopped, and the 3 girls were exposed to the ghastly mask King's attack. A black shadow appeared, and a skinny palm slapped toward the 3 girls. Hua Yan quickly pushed Xiao Shi and Ren Xiaoyao away, but she was hit by the palm and was sent flying into the wall.
Puff.
Hua Yan spat out a mouthful of blood. Xiao Shishir and Rin Xiaoyao were so anxious that tears came out of their eyes. They quickly shouted for Qin Feng. Qin Feng, save Hua Yan's swish. Before the two women could finish their words, Qin Feng had already flown over with the ghost-face In King following closely behind him. The ghost-face In King sent a palm strike at Hua Yan, who was stuck in the wall. Qin Feng hugged Hua Yan and ran. Rumble. The flying sword and the In wind from the ghost-faced In King's palm collided, causing the surroundings to explode violently. The hall had long since become unrecognizable, with gravel and dust continuously falling from the ceiling. It felt like the underground base would collapse at any moment. Yan Yan, are you all right? Qin Feng carried Hua Yan to a corner where Xiao Shishir was controlling the white-haired demonic ape to stop the ghost-facing king. Hua Yan's face was pale, and her breathing was rapid. She endured the pain and smiled at Qin Feng. Qin Feng, my chest was hit. It hurts. Qin Feng quickly took out a chi-strengthening pill and stuffed it into Hua Yan's mouth. Then he rubbed her heart and said, "It's okay. You'll be fine in a while. Yan Yan, you have to hold on." "Yes. But it's no use rubbing it, you have to kiss it." Hua Yan knew that Qin Feng was worried about her, but she didn't want Qin Feng to worry, so she purposely joked with him. Qin Feng's eyes were bloodshot. He forced a smile and said, "All right, I'll take you home for a kiss after I take revenge for Yan Yan." Qin Feng placed Hua Yan in a corner and Rin Little Demon immediately flew over to protect her. Qin Feng's nocturnal clothes had long disappeared, and they were replaced by the purple thunder wild robe. Qin Feng was enraged, and his eyes were spitting fire. The purple light on Qin Feng's battle robe seemed to surge with electricity. It was filled with uneasiness. 2 dazzling balls of fire burned on Qin Feng's fists. Pink cosmic flying swords and countless purple lightning bolts flew around his body. Rumble. Qin Feng's figure suddenly disappeared, and in the next second, he reappeared in the middle of the crowd. Tiger and dragon roars resounded in the air. Qin Feng used the destructive fire and the special thunder tiger fists to attack the Verdensect disciples. Pink light danced around Qin Feng, and every time he passed, a Verdensect disciple would fall to the ground and explode. Purple lightning bolts fell from the sky and split the earth. The Verdensect disciples who were hit by Qin Feng's fists instantly turned into ashes and vanished into thin air.
Bang, 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 bang.
The Verdensect disciples were like ants in front of the enraged Qin Feng, and he killed them with every punch. The system notification resounded in Qin Feng's mind. "Congratulations, host Qin Feng, for eliminating 10 people. You have upgraded the killer book to level 1. Congratulations, host Qin Feng, for eliminating 30 people. You have upgraded the killer book to level 2. Congratulations, host Qin Feng, for eliminating 50 people. You have upgraded the killer book to level 3. Wherever Qin Feng went, everything was turned into hell. Even the frenzied Verdensect disciples were afraid of Qin Feng. Many of them had already started to run for their lives, and they looked at Qin Feng as if he was a demon from hell. Qin Feng stepped on the corpses, and the blood on the ground covered his shoes. However, he did not stop. In less than a minute, he had upgraded the killer book to level 3. At this moment, Qin Feng's overall strength had increased by 2.5 times, and he had reached stage 1 true qi. Combined with his powerful attacks, he could unleash the strength of a stage 2 true qi cultivator. Although Qin Feng was alone, he seemed to be able to defeat an army of thousands. Rin Xiaoyao and Hua Yan were dumbfounded. The 2 girls were infatuated with Qin Feng, and they realized that their man was really handsome and domineering. Solitary 9 swords. Rumble. Qin Feng waved his hand, and Moon's sorrow descended from the sky. It looked like a simple slash, but it instantly enveloped the entire hall with sword qi. The Verdensect disciples in the hall screamed in agony. Those who were struck by the sword qi had their bodies split open and exploded into pieces of flesh and blood. Congratulations, host Qin Feng, for eliminating 100 people. You have upgraded the killer book to level 4. The system notification sounded again. This was the first time Qin Feng had upgraded the killer book to level 4. Qin Feng's overall strength had increased by 3 times under the effect of the killer book. His body emitted a fiery glow, and he looked like a demon from hell who had just emerged from the flames.
Bang, bang, bang.
Along with the increase in his strength, Qin Feng instantly comprehended more advanced combat techniques. The solitary 9 swords and the special Thunder Tiger fists had unleashed unimaginable power, and even Qin Feng was amazed. The sturdy underground base could no longer withstand Qin Feng's radiance, and the corner where Hua Yan and Xiao Shishir were standing began to collapse. The 2 girls quickly ran to Qin Feng's side, but Qin Feng stood in front of them like an unyielding mountain, protecting them with all his might. Shishir, come here quickly. Qin Feng's roar shook the ground. Shocked by Qin Feng's strength, Xiao Shishir hastily leaped onto the white-haired devil ape's shoulder and ran to Qin Feng's side. Qin Feng stood at the entrance of the base, and before him was a large hall. The hall was littered with corpses. Only a few of the 500 verdant sect disciples were left, and half of them were killed by Qin Feng. Rumble. He clapped his palms together, and even the intensity of the fire of destruction skyrocketed. Wherever the flames went, the walls and reinforced concrete quickly melted. The temperature in the hall rose sharply, and it was like a sauna. The 3 women were covered in fragrant sweat, and their clothes were sticking to their skin. Congratulations, host Qin Feng, for eliminating 200 people. You have upgraded the killer book to level 5. Qin Feng had never thought of upgrading the killer book to level 5. In today's society, it was impossible to eliminate 200 people. However, Qin Feng did it tonight in the verdant sect space. He killed the verdant sect disciples without blinking an eye, and it was as easy as stepping on 200 ants. After upgrading the killer book to level 5, Qin Feng's strength increased by 5 times. The murderous aura gushing out of his body seemed to solidify. The strongest Qin Feng had ever encountered was a level 1 true Qi stage opponent. He couldn't tell which level of true Qi stage he had reached. However, Qin Feng had witnessed Ouyang Feng's strength, and he believed that Ouyang Feng wouldn't last more than 10 moves against him. Master, are you alright? Qin Feng's sudden increase in strength scared Run Xiaoyao. She hastily held Qin Feng's arm from behind, afraid that Qin Feng would go berserk. Hua Yan and Xiao Shishir looked worried, but Qin Feng was fine. He smiled at the 3 women and disappeared from their sight.
Bang.
Qin Feng reappeared in the blink of an eye. He punched the ghastly Maskeen King, who was hiding in the dark, and sent him flying. At this moment, the ghastly Maskeen King couldn't even withstand a single blow from Qin Feng. The Een King sank into the wall and stared at Qin Feng in horror. Up until now, he still hadn't figured out what was going on. Qin Feng's strength rose from the peak of stage 9 inner Qi all the way to stage 2 of true Qi. What kind of crooked cultivation method did you practice? The ghastly Maskeen King's voice trembled, and his previous arrogance was nowhere to be seen. Qin Feng's figure disappeared, and then reappeared. He punched the ghastly Maskeen King's stomach, and the entire wall collapsed. The ghastly Maskeen King was smashed into the ground by the falling bricks, and Qin Feng had already returned to the 3 girls. Ghastly Maskeen King, this is the result of injuring my women. Today is the day you die. Qin Feng stood like a pine tree, like an indestructible god of war. Hearing Qin Feng's domineering words, the 3 girls were extremely excited, especially Hua Yan. She couldn't wait to pounce on Qin Feng and fight him for 300 rounds because Qin Feng was furious because of her. The ghastly Maskeen King was already battered and exhausted. He was lying under a few pieces of the wall, and he didn't even have the strength to get up. This was an expert comparable to a stage 1 true Qi expert, but he was beaten like a stray dog by Qin Feng. If this scene was seen by the martial cultivators of China's secular world, their eyes would definitely pop out of their sockets. Qin Feng's strength was much stronger than what they had imagined. Qin Feng, spare my life. I can plead with the verdant sect master, and ask him to cancel the order to hunt you down. The ghastly masked King realized that he had suffered a crushing defeat, and he actually started to plead with Qin Feng. With a muffled rumble, Qin Feng's figure appeared on the ghastly masked King's body. He stepped on the broken walls and stomped the ghastly masked King deeper into the ground. "Ha! Do you think I'm afraid of the Verdensek's order to hunt me down? I can't wait for the Verdensek's people to hunt me down. No matter how many of them come, I'll kill them all. Don't worry, your Verdensekt. When I'm done with my business, I'll personally go and exterminate your entire sect." Qin Feng and the Verdensekt already had an irreconcilable enmity. Forget about the Verdensekt sparing Qin Feng, because Qin Feng would never spare the Verdensekt. The ghastly masked King realized that Qin Feng's side couldn't be persuaded, so he suddenly sent a palm strike at the bottom of Qin Feng's feet. His palm carried a mass of black mist, and it instantly enveloped Qin Feng's entire body. Hua Yan and the other two girls screamed in fear. This black mist seemed to be even more intense than the one released by the ghastly masked King. The black mist was like a burning flame, and it actually started to explode in an instant. A series of loud explosions rang out one after another. Qin Feng was in the middle of the black mist, and this time he was definitely going to die from the explosions. Hua Yan and the other two girls were so anxious that they started to shed tears. Ren Xiao Yao raised her sword and was about to rush forward to kill the ghastly masked King. Whoosh! But at this time, a pink light flickered and directly pierced through the ghastly masked King's head. Another series of explosions rang out, and the ghastly masked King's entire body exploded. However, there was no blood, and instead, masses of black mist filled the air. This guy's body was filled with corpse qi. "Qin Feng, are you alright?" Seeing Qin Feng fall to the ground, the three girls immediately surrounded him. Chapter 1088. Not long ago, there was a fierce battle in the hall, as if it was the end of the world. At this time, the hall fell into silence. If it weren't for the messy floor and collapsed walls, it would seem as if nothing had happened. The effect of the 5-stage killer book hadn't worn off yet, so Qin Feng didn't know which stage of the true Qi stage he was now. Qin Feng's body emitted a surging murderous aura. His overbearing aura made it difficult for Hua Yan and the other women to breathe. Even the ferocious, white-furred devil ape was slightly afraid of Qin Feng and kept a safe distance from him. The three women were dumbfounded as they looked at the scene of an earthquake. They couldn't accept it even though they had seen it with their own eyes. "Big brother, how are you guys?" Qin Ye's voice came from the experimental base. Qin Yi ran out with a group of subjects. As soon as they arrived at the door, they were stunned by the scene in front of them. They didn't know what had happened here. "Qin Yi, is the base destroyed?" Qin Feng looked at Qin Feng and asked. Qin Yi hadn't come to his senses yet. His eyes were full of shock. He stammered. It's destroyed. These are the subjects I rescued. Are you guys done? I was about to come out and help. Okay, then let's go." Qin Feng didn't say anything and took the lead to walk out. The three women quickly followed Qin Feng. They had fought to their heart's content tonight. Qin Yi and the hundreds of experimenters foolishly followed behind Qin Feng and the others. When everyone walked out of the underground laboratory, someone in the crowd finally shouted excitedly, We really rescued them? That's great. That's really great. Is this young hero the one who saved us? Young hero, you are our second parent. Please accept this old man's salute." An old man kneeled on the ground and kowtowed to Qin Feng with tears streaming down his face. The others also knelt down in unison. They lived an inhuman life in the Verdant Gate base. They couldn't die even if they wanted to. Half of the subjects had their organs replaced with corpse qi, and the other half had their blood replaced with animal blood for experiments. "Thank you, young hero, for saving our lives." Hundreds of people bowed to Qin Feng. The scene was too shocking. Qin Feng hurriedly helped one of the elders to get up. Hua Yan and the other two girls also couldn't bear it, so they helped everyone up. "Everyone, please rise." I have an irreconcilable grudge against the Verdant sect. It's my duty to annihilate the Verdant sect, and it's my duty to save everyone. You don't have to be so courteous with me. We're all Chinese compatriots, with the blood of the dragon flowing in our veins. We're family. Qin Feng's words were hot-blooded and impassioned, and the rescued subjects were moved to tears. Shaoli had already come to Qin Feng's side, but her expression was a bit unhappy. She kept her head down and didn't say anything. Big brother, let these people go, Qin Yi suggested. Qin Feng gave Qin Yi a meaningful look. He shook his head and said, if we let these people go, they'll die anyway. They've already been modified by the Verdant sect. Without the Verdant sect's corpse energy or animal blood to sustain them, they won't live for more than 3 days. Qin Feng's words gave everyone a fright, and they wanted to kneel down again. Young hero, since you're able to destroy the Verdant sect's research base, you must be a very powerful person. I hope young hero can save everyone's life. In the future, we'll repay young hero's kindness by working like a slave. Qin Feng waved his hand. After everyone quieted down, he said, don't worry, everyone. Come back with me. I have a way to save you. Really? Thank you so much, young hero. You're like a living bodhisattva. Everyone was grateful to Qin Feng. Hua Yan and the other 3 women were also very happy. The reason why these women were willing to follow Qin Feng and didn't care that there were many other women around him was because of Qin Feng's unique charm. Qin Feng would never show any mercy to his enemies and evildoers. He would kill them all. Qin Feng was as tender as water to good people and his family, and he would even sacrifice his life for them. Everyone loved this Qin Feng, and they loved him so much that they couldn't help themselves. The 4 women surrounded Qin Feng, and they all wanted to throw themselves into his arms. Qin Feng had already led everyone back to Hero City. Since there were too many test subjects that had been rescued, Qin Feng gave Lu Jia a call. Not long after, Lu Jia and Huang Jinghua arrived with a large group of people. There were more than 30 cars in total. Qin Feng briefly explained the situation to Lu Jia, and Lu Jia and Huang Jinghua arranged for everyone to get into the cars. On the other hand, Qin Feng drove the car. They came in with the 4 women and led the charge. More than 30 BMWs followed behind them. Under the night sky of Orchid City, this luxurious motorcade attracted many onlookers. Qin Feng, are you alright? Qin Feng was surrounded by the women as soon as he returned to Hero City. Tonight, Hero City was peaceful. No one attacked them. Qin Feng greeted the women and arranged for the rescued subjects to be treated. Senior Hua Tuo, can you cure these people? Qin Feng asked Hua Tuo. Hua Tuo didn't express his opinion directly. He walked over to the group of test subjects and randomly picked a few people to feel their pulse and check their physical conditions. Young Master Qin, they can be cured, but it will take a month, Hua Tuo said calmly after checking their conditions. Since Hua Tuo said he could cure them, Qin Feng didn't have to worry anymore. He ordered Lu Jia, go and arrange for their accommodation, and help Senior Hua Tuo to treat them. Yes, young Master Qin. Qin Feng was swift and decisive when it came to business. He quickly arranged everything. The 100 or so people who were saved were incredibly moved. They all knelt down again. Young Master Qin, after we're cured, we're willing to stay and work for young Master Qin. In the future, we'll do anything to repay young Master Qin for saving our lives. These experimenters were all captured by the Verdant sect. Many of their relatives had died during the experiments. These people had a similar life experience as Shaoli, and they were all alone in this world without anyone to rely on. Qin Feng's heart softened. He looked at the crowd and said, all right, everyone, focus on your treatment for the next month. After you're cured, you can choose to stay or leave. If you're willing to stay and develop your career in Hero City, I'll welcome you with open arms. Hero City was developing rapidly, and it was changing every day. Right now, Hero City was in dire need of manpower, and Qin Feng didn't want just anyone. He needed people like Lu Jia and Longhair, who would follow him with all their hearts. That way, The safety of Hero City would not be compromised, and such a person was extremely valuable. The 100 or so test subjects in front of him could cultivate a group of people who were loyal and devoted to Qin Fen. Qin Fen had given them a second chance at life, and this kindness was even more valuable than gold. The group of rescued subjects had left with Hua Tuo. Qin Feng chatted with the women for a while and said to Qin Yi, "Tonight's attack was a success.
Come to my room."
Qin Feng went to talk business with Qin Yi, and the women did not bother Qin Feng anymore. Qin Feng and Qin Yi sat in the living room when they arrived at the villa. Qin Yi couldn't contain his excitement and said, "Big brother, I've finally avenged myself. I can't express my excitement with words. Big brother, you're much stronger than I thought. It's great that the Qin clan has an expert like you." Qin Feng sat calmly on the sofa and looked at Qin Yi, who was dancing with joy. He seemed to be deep in thought. After Qin Yi finished his long speech, Qin Feng said, "Qin Yi, you've done a great service tonight. If you didn't point out the location of the Verdensec base, I wouldn't have been able to destroy the research facility and rescue nearly 100 people who were suffering. Since you want to stay and develop your career in Hero City, I'll do as you say. From now on, you'll be in charge of the security of Hero City with Lu Jie and the others. You're not very powerful, so you can speed up your cultivation when you're free. Now that Hero City is filled with spiritual energy, it'll be twice as fast as the outside world." Qin Feng made up his mind, and Qin Yi promised, "Okay, Big Brother. Don't worry, I'll help Big Brother take care of Hero City." Qin Feng stretched his body and stood up. "All right, you must be exhausted tonight. Rest early. I'll leave this villa for you to stay in. I still have many things to do, so I won't be staying in Hero City for too long." Qin Yi escorted Qin Fen out of the villa. As he watched Qin Fen's silhouette disappear into the dark night, Qin Ye's amiable smile suddenly turned cold. "Qin Fen, my good big brother, don't worry and go do your big business. After you leave, I'll help you take care of Hero City and your sisters-in-law." "Master." Qin Feng left the villa and was about to go to Hua Yan's room to check on her injuries when Shaoli suddenly appeared on his way. Shaoli was a ghost cultivator, so he didn't make any noise when he walked at night. Qin Feng was startled. "Shaoli, are you trying to scare me by pretending to be a ghost?" Shaoli stuck out her tongue awkwardly. She had been in low spirits ever since she came back from destroying the Verdant Gate experimental base. Qin Feng suddenly walked up to her and pulled her into his arms. Shaoli's delicate body trembled. She raised her head and looked at Qin Feng with an aggrieved expression. "Master, do you not want Shaoli to stay by your side? If that's the case, I'll leave tonight." Back at the Verdant Gate experimental base, Qin Feng yelled at Shaoli to leave as soon as the ghost-faced King appeared. Shaoli felt a stabbing pain in her heart. She had hoped to fight Qin Feng to the death, but Qin Feng had asked her to leave. Shaoli didn't need to explain. Qin Feng understood everything. He hugged Shaoli and said in a low voice, "Don't overthink it. I don't mean anything else. I asked you to leave because I was afraid your identity as a ghost cultivator would be exposed. Didn't you notice? Both Qin Yi and the ghost-faced King are ghost cultivators." Qin Feng's words shocked Shaoli. She seemed to have suddenly understood something. She hastily said, "Master, actually, when we broke into the underground tunnel of the experimental base, I felt something was wrong with Qin Ye's cultivation method. When I approached him, I felt waves of chilly wind. I thought it was my own chilly wind. But now that Master said it, I understand. He really is a ghost cultivator." Qin Feng nodded and asked with a solemn expression, "Shaoli, does your sect of ghost cultivators have any evil methods to bring the dead back to life?" Shaoli's big eyes turned. She thought for a while and shook her head. "It's impossible to bring the dead back to life. However, ghost cultivators cultivate their soul power, not their physical bodies. Even if their physical bodies die or explode, as long as their soul power remains, they can attach to a new physical body and continue cultivating. To put it simply, even if my physical body is destroyed, as long as my soul power remains, I won't die." Shaoli explained the true meaning of ghost cultivators in detail. Qin Feng's eyes lit up. He had already seen through the secret behind the destruction of the Verdant Gate. He bent down and whispered something into Xiao Li's ear. Xiao Li's expression changed drastically after hearing Qin Feng's words. She cried out in fear. So that's how it is. Master, Xiao Li has wronged you.
Don't worry, Master.
I'll definitely keep an eye on Qin Yi. You're tuning in to the Dreamy Chapters YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.